Oh, hello everybody.
Oh!
What the fuck is that noise?
Did you like that one? Oh, jeez, Rick!
Oh,
Like that?
fuck.
Is that good?
Oh, man.
Look, Morty, I turned myself into a goblin. I'm a goblin, Morty. Goblin Rick.
Goblin Rick got Goblin Rick's nuts. Got him.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness. Jeebus Christo. Ah, well, welcome, everybody. It is good to see you all here today. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening.
You can't see them.
Everybody gets 5 XP.
Hey!
God, it's getting easier, I swear.
Yes, we do have another guest with us here today.
What the
Those of
fuck?
you tuning in. This is Ioti. Would you like
She's
to say
been here the
hello
whole time.
and say a little bit about yourself to the wonderful folks
But
at
she's
home?
been here since the beginning. What are you
She's
talking
been here
about?
since day one.
Wait, who are you?
Stop
I've always been
gaslighting
here.
me.
I've been lurking in the background.
What the fuck is
just never given
gaslighting?
me a speaking part.
Gaslighting's not even
gaslighting-
a real thing.
Yeah,
I
you made that up.
I finally got the other goblins to agree to finally let me get some spotlight for a bit, and this is how you do me? Jeez.
Yeah.
But hello, everyone. I am Iotidus. I'm a shapeshifter from another dimension,
Is that how you're
and
supposed
I
to
am
say it?
currently in a goblin form for the first time. And I will be taking on the role of Gabjack. He's a wonderful person. You'll grow to like me, I'm sure.
Did I fuck up the spelling on that? No,
No.
good.
No,
It's
but
fine. It's a goblin name. They probably won't know.
I think
no.
you meant my name.
So please, if you haven't already, give Ioti a follow. Do you have a preferred short term that I should use, by the way?
Yo titties.
Yo titties? Alright, give Yo titties some follows.
Yep. No, that just works best for everybody.
But please give our guests some follows. They went through the trouble of making their own adorable little reactive for use during this session, which I think is quite cute. Also the element that lays the cards out over the nameplate is pretty fantastic. But however, I have news for those of you folks from the audience. Ash, unfortunately, has other things that she has to focus on priority-wise for her income, and so has had to take a guest role with the project. So Snooty will be returning infrequently. She has other things that she needs to prioritize her time into at the moment, so she is basically taking a secondary role for joining on the session, so she will be in future sessions infrequently until those issues can be resolved. So yes, that is why we do not have an Ash with us here tonight, and probably will not for a few sessions into the future as well. So she has other priorities that had to come up over doing the dindas, which is completely understandable, and we wish her all the best. So make sure that if you guys haven't already,
Am I allowed to cry?
No.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
No crying here. Only goblins.
There's no crying in D&D.
That's right.
No.
So, with that shout out to the Art of Ash there, please make sure that you give her some follows and some love. She is she's going through trying to kind of do more stream content at the moment so that she can supplement her income. So if you guys are willing to kind of help her out on that front, that would be very kind. But outside of that, thank you all so much for being here. We've also updated the Goblins command. It's just the master list document now, along with the link to the archives itself, to kind of save on space in chats. And so that includes the full list of everybody who has ever been a contributor to Goblins. So if you guys would click on that link and check out the list and follow the folks involved, that would be very kind of you to do. Otherwise, for those of you who might be new here, or to our wonderful new guest, we have a system called the Goblin Bullshit Pool. So Goblin Bullshit Pool works like this. If you want to do any rerolls of any kind, you say Goblin Bullshit Go, and it reduces the pool by 1, and then you get a random effect. So for instance, if Gabjack did it, they would be getting number 25. The goblin who called for bullshit is unable to see any other goblins in existence until another goblin touches them. So random it's a random effect D100 table that I wrote that is full of amusing little bullshit in it. So that is how that works. And if you guys want to help increase that pool, essentially the way that works is every contribution during the broadcast of subscriptions, bits, and donations, the amount that ends up in Effie's pocket, it counts towards yes, Effie?
Don't spend the points. Pizza party.
Pizza
Try
party.
Pizza party!
That's right. At 300 points in the pool, we will have a goblin pizza party for all of the gobos. So if you want to help us reach our pizza party goal, that would be Peachy Keen Supreme. But for the time being, now that we got all that out of the way and we've done all our introductions, I think now is a perfect time for us to get back into the mix and find an optimal opportunity to inject our new guest into everything. So let me just go ahead and get a little bit of the old...
Even though I've always been here?
Yes, even though
Yeah.
you've always been here, now we need to find an opportunity to bring you into the spotlight.
Kind of fucked up. You keep forgetting that she's been here.
You know, there's so many goblins.
Oh, now
so
we all look the same to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I see how it is.
Wow.
I see how it is.
Racism.
When Newt wasn't there, it was okay. But when Ioti was there, nobody
Yeah.
cared. I see how it is. I see
This
how
is
it
the level of respect goblins get around here. I thought this was an accepting place.
I mean,
Nah,
it is.
I sure as hell hope not.
I had. Never mind. I'm just gonna suppress those urges, those violent urges. Just a whole backpack full of explosives. Okay, I'm better now.
I got something for you that's explosive.
Alchemist fire?
Well, it may give you a burning sensation.
Hold on. You know, I have to consult. One moment. Nit. Dix, come here. Nit, come here. Yeah. Okay. What is with the burning sensation?
Oh,
It's not
STDs.
fire.
Oh yeah, we had it. She would know about STDs.
Yeah. You know, the hot sores. Yeah.
Yeah, all those brim jobs.
Got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, thank you. I stick to normal explosives and fire.
Suit yourself. But if you ever need anything, you know who to come to.
Okay, another huddle. Did we accidentally go to the feed bag? I feel like this is more appropriate for the feed bag. I thought we burnt that place down to the ground.
I thought we did too.
We can't go to the feed bag.
No. Are
An
you sure that
unfortunate
this is not
accident
here?
happened. Do you not
Okay,
remember
okay.
what happened to the
Never
feed?
mind. No, I just, maybe it's a straggler. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Thank you for the offer. Who the hell are you?
Oh, allow me to introduce myself. Sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't known around these parts already. My name is Gabjack. It's a pleasure to meet you. And what is your name?
Yeah. Hello, Jack. I'm Daisy. This is my wife.
No.
And
What
then
is your
this
name? I don't care if you're dizzy or not.
No, Desi.
No, your name is Desi.
I want to kill it.
Z.
Yeah. Desi. Desi.
Z.
Boombanger. Yeah. Fizzbanger. You know, having memory loss is a bit of a pain.
My
Can you kill it?
apologies. What a beautiful name, Desi.
Yeah, it's Des. You know what? That's close enough. And you were Godjack. Okay. This is my wife, Newt, and this over here is Dix.
You know how to say my name correctly, and you're doing it on purpose.
Sorry, it's Dixie. I apologize. I'm used to.
Oh no, Dixie is over here. Points at dog.
I mean, you can't just keep naming things after people we know.
I just
Wait,
bury my
no,
face in
that's
my hands.
Dix. That's Dix, and this is Dixie.
You do have a chance to make everything E or Y on the end, so you know what? I'm gonna let this pass. Yeah.
Dixie loves wearing collars.
Wait,
Well,
what
that
are you
is-
talking about?
I see we're getting really settled in with each other. I feel like we're learning a lot about each other.
All right, so now I think is a perfect time for me to start the session. So let's go ahead and hit that.
Oh my fucking god.
Hit that
Holy shit.
ambient music, and let's go ahead and hide this.
We don't need a DM. We got this.
Yeah. Honestly, I can just
Because,
sit back and eat.
You know,
this.
just go for it. You can just take a night off. Silver, you take one of those goblin points and you go get yourself a quarter of a slice of pizza. And you just settle in, and you know what? You just treat yourself. How's that, buddy? Finger guns.
Sounds perfect. Also, Shady, thank you for resubbing to Effie.
Also, keep it. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. That's one more goblin point.
Aw, thank you, Femboy Kima.
Thank you.
I also added the obligatory point we start with at the beginning of every session.
Wait, we do?
Yeah, at the start of every session,
Yeah.
it
Oh.
automatically goes up by 1.
That's been happening since the beginning. Where have you been?
Right here.
Along with me from the very beginning.
Yeah.
All right, so we return once more to the. Oh, thank you very much, Hobbs, for giving.
Oh. Thank you.
Eody's now
Aw, thank
subscribed.
you, Hobbs.
All right. So we return once more to the interior of the Rusty Dragon, and we've reached the tail end of the conversation between Newt and Desi and Father Abstelar and Ilisar Gandithas. And the two gentlemen excuse themselves from the table. They get up to kind of... Unless you have any last things you wanted to ask or interact with them, Desi, they're going to, or Newt, they're going to kind of excuse themselves.
No,
No.
Alright.
I think everything I had we already discussed.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
I'm
walk
just here
off...
to prevent goblin murder.
Yeah, they walk off debating, like, basically talking to each other about how best to approach Brodart in his silly lighthouse shenanigans, eventually making their way out of the establishment. And before we get to what happens
Oh my
next
God.
in the main room, also, oh my goodness, thank you for the sub to Goblissi, a classic.
God bless you.
Yeah,
God
Goblissi.
bless you.
Yeah.
What that God bless
the
you
name of the
do.
man.
Well, it's actually our home, so, you know, it basically sits there.
Goblissi Manor. Everybody fits inside of it comfortably.
I don't know if I'd say I'm too
Really
comfortable.
throwing
I
a
sleep
goblin
on-
down a hallway kind of situation.
All right. So, before we get to what happens in the main room, let's go to the side room. We have a steamy first aid session between Hannah, Shalelu, and Dixie.
Steamy? Wait, it's getting steamy?
Remember you got torn up by your fancy upgrades to your outfit?
Yeah, they were pretty sick.
Yeah. So Hannah is treating your wounds as you were kind of like receive them from your new fashion.
Drip.
Yeah, your drip. Your drip made you drip. So, Anyways.
Get a little sussy.
No,
in here.
he's right though.
So
Oh
what?
my fucking God.
What are you doing? Dixie, as Hannah is like tending to the wounds on your body.
Why aren't you helping Shalelu?
She looks down at you with like a sigh, and then just keeps kind of standing there waiting for Hannah to finish her thing. And as Hannah's kind of like tending to your wounds, she goes, "You know, it's going to be interesting to see how you handle a nightly situation such as this until you can get that demon that was promised."
I used to sleep in the city streets, on sidewalks, on pavement, on dirt roads, on broken glass. I will be fine.
You know, this actually isn't true. She actually
not here.
was.
You're in the other room.
Yeah.
Fucking wrecked.
Wow, you really showed me. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
You.
I'll teach you to open your mouth against me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry.
At the mention of the demon comment, though, Shalelu looks a little curious in your direction and looks at Hannah and thinks about it for a second and looks at you, Dixie, and says, "Demon, huh?"
Is that more interesting to you than like the whole Baba Yaga thing we talked about?
She sighs and says, "So, let me get this straight then. You're indebted to Baba Yaga."
No, I'm not straight.
She rolls her eyes and says, "You owe a debt that will involve the capture of a demon?"
Yeah. Got it handled though.
And she points to the injuries on your body and the kind of like weird clawed kind of goblin skin cloak that you have and says, "And I assume that is what's going to happen whenever you don't find this demon?"
I just like nod silently.
She looks like off in the distance a little bemusedly and doesn't really follow up with anything on that front. Meanwhile, Hannah is like doing pretty good work trying to tend to like all of your injuries. They're not like super deep, so it's fairly easy to get it completely patched up and tended to, so your bleeding isn't really a huge factor, but I would say that you're probably back to full health with her tendings to you.
All right.
But with that said and done, now that Dixie is tended to and basically like repaired, shall we say, Hannah kind of like steps back and says, "All right, maybe we should go back to the main room and rejoin the others."
Okay.
She nods at Shalelu, and Shalelu nods and opens the door and kind of like leads the way out back into the room.
I'm just gonna sprint up behind Shalelu.
She goes back to her position at the bar, and Hannah takes a seat at the bar as well. Alright, and it's at about this time, once you return to the main room, that we've caught up with the shenanigans that were going on with Newt and Desi. So it's about this time that wandering in, this is probably the closest and most like front-facing drinking establishment and kind of like in Sandpoint from your approach. So as everybody is sitting in here tending to their business and interacting with one another, Gabjack, how would you like to assess entering the front door of this establishment?
Does it have like saloon-like doors?
It does, yes.
Well, of course, I will bust straight in through those double doors, let them slam across the walls, and announce my presence with a thunderous clap. And by that I mean I will push them pretty hard. I'm kind of small.
Is your intention to try and make them
Yes.
like an announcing kind of presence?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, in that case...
In my head, I can see myself standing in a doorway with the bright light shining before me with my shadow casted upon the faces of all so they bear witness to the great Gabjack.
Oh, perfect. Well, in that case, give me a an athletics roll to see how well you manage to do that.
No problem. I'll
should-
do, by the
It
way.
should be listed under your proficiencies tab with the little hand on your character sheet. And you can just
Uh-huh.
click on athletics and then roll for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, normal, blah, blah, blah. That seems right.
There you go. All right, wow.
Wonderful, delicious 12.
Considering they're just saloon doors, it's not exactly the hardest thing to get them to smack outwards as you enter into the place. And you do a decent enough job of covering up the fact that for a small goblin, it was a bit of an exertion, but you're fairly decent at keeping it not, under a hat. And as you announce your presence and kind of walk in, do you say anything loudly, or do you just let that be your announcement to the room?
No, that is my announcements, but I will be standing hands on hip with a giant grin as I survey people to see who looks like they have the most money.
Ah, alright. Well, the wealthiest patron in here, probably by far, looks like... Probably Dixie, if I'm being honest. I mean, Hannah's a herbalist, and she's festooned with pockets and like an apron with a bunch of different accoutrements. I would say that from your current position, Shalelu is kind of obscured. Most of everybody looks like just your average town-dwelling folk. And then, oddly enough, there's a fair number of goblins present in this place, off to your left here. However, this one over here, strangely, appears to be floating about a foot above the ground and wearing a mixture of what looks to be some sort of wilderness, I guess the best way we could describe Newt's current appearance is sort of like a Goblin Crocodile Dundee deputy experience. So, complete with hat for enforcing the law. And then Desi, looking pretty much just like Desi does, with the... What is that called? Leotard?
Yeah, it's a leotard.
Mm-hmm. And her big bag of collection of all manner of things. I guess the only people in here that really do have a kind of material... Oh. Sorry, Matt.
I think his internet might be...
Yes.
bugging.
Oh,
my
his internet
did
took a poopy.
It did a long poopy that time. That's
Did a long poopy.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
No.
No,
Can't
Kate,
do
it
this.
was me. It was my internet occasionally does the poopy, sadly. So, I'd say, like, in the easiest scoped material wealth on hand, probably Desi and Dixie look like they have, and maybe Hannah look like they have anything noteworthy to them. Otherwise, everyone else looks pretty, devoid of any kind of affluence to any degree. And affluent isn't what I would call most of anybody here, so...
Well, I did come in here, and it doesn't seem anyone jumped immediately to throw me in prison, so I guess my wanted pictures haven't followed me that far. Now let's find ourselves a mark. This one at the bar is looking quite fancy, but they are flocked on either side. That might be hard to weasel myself in. Oh, look at this one. A fellow goblin, but they look to be of a bit more higher stature. Maybe we could do some work over here. I'll put my thumbs underneath the backpack straps and strut myself right up over here to to Desi and Newt's table. And do you have any canon for how goblin language sounds here?
Kind of like a bunch of gargles and scorches. It's a guttural kind of language.
I
basically
announce myself as Gabjack, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
So yeah, anyway, there was.
I'm just stop eating my snacks and my drink, and I'm gonna turn around slowly and be like,
Wait, gotcha, wait a minute, hold on. Hey, wait, I'm gonna turn and look at Steve and Steve and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on a minute. What the heck are you?
Perhaps I need to make myself more clear. Let's try this. Hello? My name is Gabjack. I'm new in town.
Yeah, sorry, you sort of verbally flashbanged me because, like, you know, I'm not usually used to anybody, speaking so clearly. Clearly, you are from out of town. I thought maybe you were from Suckfrog Tribe or, you know, something else like the Good Time Gang. Would you like to have it? Oh, okay.
I pull up a chair for myself here.
Okay.
Oh, you're not used to people coming up and talking to you, but my lady, you're so ravishing.
What?
Hi, I'm Newt.
Ah,
Yeah,
hello, Newt.
yeah. You know, I'm having a little bit of a problem understanding that because by goblin standards, I'm hideous.
Excuse me.
By goblin standards, we are both hideous.
Yeah.
What standards of goblins have you been speaking with? I have traveled across the seas, wandered across continents, moved from country to country, city to city, town to town, and I can tell you, among goblin kind, you would be considered most fair.
is gonna like scratch her nose in confusion and turn and point at Steve and Steve Feta, who are probably trying to figure out how to fucking eat their fucking snacks. just the best of company. And Desi's gonna shrug apologetically.
Yeah, you know, my life basically for the last few, like, month or so has basically been babysitting. So you caught me off guard.
Babysitting? For someone of your likes, I figured you would be at least maybe a priestess in this sort, or maybe a brood mother by now.
Oh no! Newt, my wife Newt. They're the status one. She's the
Oh.
sheriff.
My apologies, I didn't know you were already betrothed. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to take that up with Snippy.
No, there's nothing to take up. It's just, you know, it's been a long trip, and I had set sights on such beauty in front of me, so I got carried away.
Yeah, gotcha. You got the goblin purple balls. Understandable. There, you know, there's a lot of goblins that's at the manor. You can probably go and, you know, have a time over there.
Ooh, you're directing me to where I can get my whistle wet.
I mean...
Desi's gonna kind of turn and look at Newt and be like, there's a moment where Desi's gonna have like a moral conundrum and just be like,
You know,
What?
actually, yeah, there's a manor that's it's not the Goopusy Manor, it's the one further down the road. There's where a lot of goblins hang out.
Yeah, you
I don't know if they're
probably whistle there.
yes,
See.
you could probably whistle there. Although there is a place that's called the Pixie's Kitten, and that also might be more your speed.
Understandable, but as a man of the world, I usually try to work my way around such things. But let's put that aside. Let's put that
I
behind
see.
us for a moment. Maybe that shouldn't be the
Uh-huh.
way I introduce myself to you. As a wanderer of these worlds, I always try to find myself on wondrous adventures, stories to tell, people to meet. And as
Uh-huh.
it turns out, traveling around leaves you with few shiny things in your pocket as it takes time and energy to move about. And, well, old Gabjack here is a bit down on his luck, and I was wondering if you could maybe direct me to a place where I might be able to find some financing? Perhaps a games lounge or a place of skill where a man of valor or maybe craftiness could make coin in this world.
Huh. Okay. Well, you might have ran into luck because the place that probably has this, is that had an accident.
Yeah, there
you
was
know-
a sudden random lightning bolt that hit it. Freak accident.
But we we have a few things that are going on. Maybe if you don't find anything in town, you could maybe come help. Let's see here. Gonna pull up my notebook, flip it open, flip it away from the from the Oleg entry, and go to the to-do list. We currently have meeting up with, that's not really anything. We have fighting a ghost on Chopper's Island. We have killing a demon. We also have killing something else that might be a demon. Honestly, Nick, is that about it for the to-do list?
I think so.
God damn it,
Unless
Peter.
you include the wife tree.
What? No. Wife tree business is an elective. It's not a course that.
My, it
I'm
sounds
gonna
like
pat Newt on the head.
it sounds like there's a lot of things that you need eliminated.
Well, yes, for the good of the town. You see, my wife runs the goblin tribe that has currently moved in here, and is in charge of integrating the current goblin populace in with the humans. Unfortunately, there happens to also be a demon. It's a very long story. She got married to the chief, and then a red-armed goblin-like woman burst out of the chief like a cocoon.
I apologize? Burst out of them like a cocoon?
Yeah.
It's actually really tragic. Snooty can't get dick for anything in the world, apparently.
Yeah, it's very tragic. Poor Snooty. I think that's why she's somewhere crying right now about.
No, she's not
Oh,
crying. She's
oh.
probably hanging out with Oleg.
Now,
Oh.
tell me about this situation with the goblins getting into society. Having a bit of an issue with that, you say?
Oh, well. So. Okay, so here's the deal. So I came from a different tribe. Initially, I'm not really originally a suck frog. What ended up happening was I had an unfortunate accident on a boat, washed up on shore, and just sort of stayed there as a doctor. And then I left with everybody else to go on a super secret mission, which isn't super secret because I'd rather live in town than the fucking swamp. And then my wife's Mindy.
Now, come on. There's nothing wrong with living in the swamp. It's wonderfully moist. There's always good grub to find.
Yeah, but
so-
it's nicer in town.
Sorry,
Well, I can't disagree with that.
there's giant spiders, crocodiles, snappy jaws, horses, and just a variety of things.
Not the
Sorry.
horses.
Also, I'm just gonna pat me on the head with my tail. Also, other goblins that will beat your head in for reading. That sort of thing.
Ah, I see. a bunch of boonies that don't quite understand the point of civilization.
Yeah, you can get that right. It's it's been a little rough, but no, my other wife, Sneaky, it's a long story. Don't ask. They're running the tribe, and originally I wanted to blow them all up, but we decided not to, and now they are currently integrating with the town. Unfortunately, I think they have been inflicted with zombie curse, and we kind of have to check into that. I think, just to make sure. Because, like I said, there was, a demon lady bursting out of a fat goblin. Again, I don't know. I just, look, all I do is I make sure to help clean up and plan the stuff. I don't understand why anything happens, something about Rune Lord or something, and Wiglam's having a crush on some dead lady who then became, a beautiful flying butterfly out of a fat chief. It's really just a mess.
Gabjack is picking his nose while he's listening to all of this. Really digging. Okay. Yes, that's quite a mess that you found yourself in. I can see now why you're stuck babysitting. Flicks it off. Well, I'm gonna kick my feet up on the table. I know a thing or two about integrating into the society with all of these big folks, so you don't have to worry about me. I get along just fine.
Well, that is good. That is good. That's one less worry out of my mind. That honestly, yeah, that's good.
Right. Well, and tell me, it sounds like with all of these problems that maybe there's some room to negotiate with someone who may be helpful with alleviating some of these issues that you're having?
Well, yes.
Oh, fantastic! Wonderful!
Yeah, if you're looking for a job, we can probably situate you. Also, we could probably hook you up with a variety of figures in town if you needed to talk to. We know Sheriff Baylor rather well, in case you wanted to do anything for the town or any sort of bounties or anything like that.
One thing you will grow to know is that Gabjack is here to serve.
Huh. Okay, well wow, this, normally when I have a dream that everything goes really smooth, I usually pinch myself and wake up because the every day here is chaos and usually me cleaning up everything. But you know what? This is actually very refreshing. I appreciate you, Gabchat. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. However, I don't believe I caught your name. Your beautiful wife here, Newt, I got that.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Desi.
Desi. Oh, what a dazzling name, Desi.
No, it says Desi, not Dazzle.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for that correction, Newt. I see why you're so loved by her. Now,
Just gonna squint a little bit and see, like,
No. Let's not get too caught up hastily in these formalities. I am a goblin after all, and I do enjoy a bit of chaos. How about a game or something before we get delving deep into this work?
Okay. What kind of game?
Oh, I'm
Like
a
hide
big
and
fan of
seek?
cards and dice and... Well, let's not do hide and seek. At least the last time I played that in the swamp, only 5 out of the 6 of us made it out.
That's part of the game.
Yes.
Oh,
But it sounds like a game of that sort might be a bit difficult to pull off. Plus, can we put a little coin on it?
What's
well,
cards?
See, that is where I'm curious, because if we're playing for money, you've already opened up and told me that you have no money.
Well, I am in need of it, but I do have at least a little.
Yeah, I suppose.
Silver, can I ask what kind of card games could we play? I have a deck of cards. I don't really know what you can do with that.
I mean,
round.
you could play anything that you can think of so that comes to mind with the cards, really.
Simple game for goblins has always been war. We simply grab from the top of the deck, and whoever has the highest value is the winner.
Okay.
How do you know what the highest value is?
It's the biggest number, or if it's a picture of the royal goblins, it's the highest level of royalty.
So like the most expensive card would be Snooty, just to give you an example.
I apologize, Snooty. Is this a house rule?
Oh no, Snooty is my other life. Like I said, it's Look Story.
Ah,
I'll
a
sit
second
out.
wife.
I don't know numbers.
Okay. That's fine.
Well, you must be quite the resource if you're holding on to 2 wives.
Desi's gonna kind of like rub her face a little bit and be like,
one day I just pickpocketed a safe and it kind of happened, and honestly, I can't complain. I don't think I was the one that did it though. I think it just kind of happened.
I'm sorry, you pickpocketed?
We inherited a property and there was a safe that was locked, and it just had some rings inside.
See. Well, let's not dote about. It sounds like you're busy. We could just play a short game just to have fun. Now, here's what we do. I will let you shuffle this deck. I will put my gold coin down. You match yours. We both draw a card and reveal it, and whoever has the highest one keeps the money.
Okay, this is a simple game. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
It's a fun game everyone can play. Many players all at once. And if we ever tie, you just have whoever tied for the highest draw again. Very simple.
Okay.
This
Alright,
game sounds really complicated.
No, not at all. I'm sure you would pick it up very quick, Newt. You seem to be a bright and shining star in the intellectual community, I'm sure.
She doesn't know me
Desi's-
very well.
Desi's gonna be offended looking for a minute and then turn to Newt and just be like,
Yeah, but she doesn't have to. Look, she doesn't have to understand everything to be clever. She's just working at her own speed. Anyway, look here.
Huh? Yes.
Here, I put my gold coin down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're giving me the deck. I will shuffle it,
Yes.
and then I place it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now I will draw my card.
Right. And then I will draw my card. And I would like to, sleight of hand, have one of the aces that I already had up my sleeve.
All right, give me a thievery roll, please. And Desi, give me a perception roll.
Would I also make a perception or no?
Sure, if you... I'm gonna go ahead. I mean,
Was that a nat 20?
that is a nat 20, yes.
Welcome, everyone, to the Gabjack Show. I'll just use my 120 right up front. That's how we get started.
Welcome to Gabos. You knew it, I guess. I don't know where you get it from, because I'm not getting any of that. You guys are taking all the luck.
Also, Derp, thank you very much for the gift sub to Goblin Nutsack. That brings us up one more point with the subscriptions. Alright, Gabjack, not only did you remember, can you give me a d20? Just a straight d20, Gabjack, if you don't mind, also.
It's really hard for me to be straight, but how do I do that?
/roll 1 d20. or slash
oh.
roll space 1d20.
There we go. Okay. I didn't realize I was. What? the fuck?
What's? Damn. All right. Sheesh.
I'm a rogue. I'm sorry.
All right. So
you have some competition.
Your apt roguery is yeah, this is gonna just be a lot of nat 20s, isn't it? Newton Gabjack just out here slamming the 20s down. All right. So not only do you whip that ace out to guarantee the win, and nobody has a hope in hell of noticing, but you notice Desi's path of travel of hand for where she procured her gold from, and you have the opportunity, if you so wish to act on it without any notice, to slip away with a good 20 gold pieces.
Oh, you know I would.
Alright. So not only do you win the 1 gold piece that is put down, but you also manage to pocket 20 of Desi's gold into your own supply of coinage.
Right. Where is my inventory? There it is.
It is all good. I'll update it for you.
Okay. Thank you.
So there you go.
I'm just
Yeah.
a simple goblin.
No worries. Desi, did you minus that amount, or...
I did.
Okay. Alright, so you're out 21 gold. So, Gabjack, you are aware you are the victor, and as far as anyone else is concerned, nobody saw anything erstwhile, so how would you like to approach this victory?
And the game is simple as that. It's a lot of fun, and, well, now I've got some extra coin. I could keep playing if you want, but I know some people can be sore losers and not take it very well.
Well, no, that is fine. I'll go again if you'd like.
Oh, I would love to go again. This time I'll put my...
This seems simple enough. I will play one.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. The more the merrier.
Oh, okay.
This time I will not do any specific hijinks. Do we just roll a d20 then?
Yes, each of you will roll a d20 to see what you draw, and the highest number will basically draw the best hand.
How do you roll just a d20?
You do
slash roll d20.
space 1d20. The bar is called the Rusty Dragon, Rudy. Oh.
And see, the
Can I
wonderful
also get a roll
Newton.
in chat for Newt?
You want Newt's magic to affect this?
Yeah, because it's based on what Newt thinks. So.
Alright. Give me an exclamation mark d20 chat, pretty please. Just any one of you wonderful folks in chat. A 12.
Okay.
Alright. What was Newt focusing on that would kind of
Trying to pull the snooty card.
What is the snooty card in this instance?
Because Desi told her that like for example the highest card is the snooty card.
It's
So
true, I did.
She was thinking snooty.
Alright. Also thank you for the gift sub to Thrusty Nuts. That's a hell of a name. That's very kind of you, Rudy. So you guys put down your cards, and Desi, you put down the card that's like the highest number one, which is like there's like the queen kind of like higher than the other ones. Newt, when you put your card down, and Gabjack, you put your card down, they're both the same copy of a card of a goblin you don't recognize, but Newt, you recognize as Wiggums.
What, we both had Wiggums?
Yeah, you both played Wiggums.
Darn, I drew the Wiggums card.
Wait, what happened? Wait. My cards.
What?
Where's the Wiggums card weighing on the royalty?
I mean, pretty low, honestly. I don't even think he's royalty
darn.
anymore. Wait, why do you have a card about Wiggums?
I don't know why I have a card about this Wiggums.
I mean, it's your deck.
Yeah, indeed it is. Wait,
Are you
Do
trying to
you-
tell me?
when you
that-
shuffled my deck, did you insert some fair cards in there?
I think you're the one making accusations like earlier, but no, I did
When
not
you-
do anything.
Fine. I cannot explain why there's a different card in my deck, though. He, like, looks absent-mindedly looks up his sleeve and kind of looks up there and then looks back and ponders it for a bit. Interesting. I don't know how to rule this. I think you
The
win,
Wiggums card is
Desi?
probably lower than that is if he's not even royalty.
Honestly, yeah, Wiggums is kind of regarded as the lowest goblin around. Honestly, he's probably better than A1, but, you know.
You know what? How about this? You take the gold this time, and we should stop the game because now Gabjack is a little confused. I thought it was a simple game. Maybe it's more complicated than I thought.
Understandable. Sometimes those things happen. You know, games that require more than a few sets of rules sometimes confuse people. We understand.
Right. And he'll pack the cards back away and put them in his backpack and hop up from the chair. Well, it sounds like you have a job for me to do, and I want to prove that I'm more than just here for games and coins. I'm here for working coins.
Okay, well that is really good. Yeah, we have to gosh. You know, Newt, as the sheriff, what do you think is more important? Do you think it's investigating the rest of the goblins for being zombies, to go fight the ghost, or to go and get the demon thing? Honestly, if you ask me, I sort of want to give it a few days for the demon thing because I don't think Dixie is going to learn anything otherwise.
Okay, let's do the ghost. We're good at getting rid of ghosts. Remember when I got rid of that one ghost?
Yes, it was, you know, my hero.
I see I'm not the only experienced adventurer here, already dealing with the spirits of the undead.
Yeah, no, we've done a lot here, actually. Honestly, we're pretty well known in town for taking care of issues.
You seem to have it all, Desi. You have smarts, you have looks, and you have gumption to boot. I see now why you have so many wives.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn basic. I'm gonna turn purple or blue. What? Red and green. What is red and green again?
Brown?
No, they make yellow.
Bro, you gonna turn
That's what
brown?
light-
They make yellow.
Yellow
That's what
is
light, not
primary
pigments.
color.
Also, just an
pigment-
aside, thank you,
Green and
Rudy,
red
for
make
that
yellow?
gift
What the
sub to
fuck?
Rusty Butthole
Oh.
69.
I forgot about that.
It's very kind of you. Also,
That's
Peter,
only-
no. Sorry, go on, honey.
That's only via light, right?
Yeah, when it's light, they combine. When it's pigments, they subtract.
Oh, okay. All right. So I just blush brown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my cheeks are gonna darken, and I'm just gonna be like, well, yeah,
No one can tell when I blush.
I don't know anything about that. I just got very lucky. Let's deal with ghosts. I have to stop at the church anyway. To fill up my totally legitimate and not ever used an advantage from our poor sleep drunk DM alchemical thrower. But I need to go look that up before we go to the island.
A lot of that went over my head. I get the feeling.
So we
that this
visit
is a-
Daddy Assbuster!
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Daddy Assbuster if you want to come along.
Oh, well, that sounds like an interesting character. Sure, why not?
He's just okay. Honestly, a little pretentious, but I mean, who isn't?
Well, with a name like Ass Blaster, I'm sure he has to put on airs.
Lizzie, come on, let's go.
Gabjack, you see a rather oversized crocodile unfurl itself from behind this table, and just you might have mistaken it for like a pile of stuff in front of the stage, perhaps, but this just like absolutely colossal crocodile just kind of waddles over towards the front door.
Gobbling goobers! What the hell is that?
That's
That's
a Lizzie.
Come
You
on,
seem
come on.
unperturbed by the giant crocodile.
Come on, Stevie. Come on, Steve Ada. Come on, Shroomy. Come on, Newty.
You see, like, a little mushroom, like, ferret come trotting across the floor after Newt, along with a newt the size of a house cat, and then 2 goblins, and then a goblin dog named Dixie. All follow Newt.
This is quite the parade.
Yeah, this is you know, I tried to tell you.
Well, I guess as we're marching along, I will start humming a little tune to myself as we're parading out of here.
Are we not going to get Dixie?
Well, hold on. Before that conversation was going on that side of the room. So now we go to the conversation that was happening between Dixie and those seated over here. So Amiko, noticing that you've come back having been tended to, basically asks you, Dixie, right?
Yes, Amiko. Are we not friends? Do you not remember me?
No, it's just that I hear people call you a different name sometimes, and I just wanted to make sure I was getting the right one.
Who said it?
Don't worry about that.
Tell me who said it.
Just your little goblin friends. They occasionally, you know.
Just ignore them.
That's what I figured. What do you like to drink?
Wine.
I got some of that. She ducks down behind the bar and pulls out like a decent bottle and uncorks it, and then brings out a glass and puts it in front of you and pours a little bit, and she says, "On the house."
On the house? Oh, thank you. I grab the drink, and as per usual, I chuck it down Frank's mouth. And as we established, it drips and dribbles down my face.
So in true fashion, you yeet your wine into your hat, and it just dribbles down, and everyone kind of looks like Bathana, the halfling woman behind the counter, just stops what she's in the middle of to just watch this. And there's a couple of like laughs, and Hannah hasn't seen you do this, so she's just kind of like, you can tell it's a mix of like bemusement and oh god, what have I gotten myself involved in. But this is the first time Shalelu has watched this happen.
Is it?
Yeah, Shalelu hasn't watched you drink.
Oh, nice.
So she just kind of stops. She looks like she was about to say something to Amiko, and then is just like staring at you for a solid like 5 seconds. Also, thanks to Mr. Cum.
Do people just like make new Twitch accounts just to follow and sub here?
Please, it's just Cum. Mr. Cum was my father. So Shalelu like
it's pretty normal.
Yeah, we get lots of goofy ass accounts. Shalelu leans over to Amiko and points at Dixie and says, "Is that normal?" And Amiko just shrugs and says, "I'm gonna be honest with you, nothing's been all that normal about these goblins in town, but they've earned their keep. I mean, quite literally."
thank you for the drink. I just hand the cup back.
She smiles and says, "Absolutely, it is a pleasure. And, you know, I would like to say that before I leave town,
Mm-hmm.
if there's anything any of you need from me before I do, make sure to let me know."
I think we'll be okay, but I really appreciate it, Amiko. Do you have any plans before you leave? Before you go out? Any final things you want to do maybe we could help with?
She leans in a little bit and says, "Well, if I'm being entirely honest, there were one or two things that are easier to do in a town versus on the road."
I just like squint at her a bit. Like waiting.
She kind of smirks and says, "I was planning on using a little bit of the family fortune to have a bit of a going away get together at the Pixie's Kitten."
You want us to go back there?
Well, I mean, you can come if you want.
Fuck it! Let's do it!
She nods and says, "All right, I'll give it a day, and then we can go ahead and so not tonight, but tomorrow night, I'll do my going away affair at the Pixie's Kitten, and you are more than welcome to join, and please feel free to extend the invitation to the rest of them," like gesturing. As you can see, like, all the goblins are getting up. Now they have a new goblin with them, too, getting up to leave. Oh dear, Effie's audio did a poopy. She'll be back shortly, though, everyone. She's just rebooting her computer. So she just, Amiko gestures over and says, "It's going to be quite the farewell celebration, I imagine. I will probably be coming back to Sandpoint now and then, but I think I've spent long enough sitting here and running this place into the ground." She gestures to Shalelu and Hannah and says, "You're all welcome to attend too if you'd like." And she leans over to Shalelu and she says, "It would mean so much to me if you would come with me and then help me go out into the hinterlands in the morning." And Shalelu just kind of sighs and nods in kind of like a very well kind of reaction. But Amiko just kind of leans down to you, Dixie, and says, "But there you go. Let all your friends know that it's my going away celebration tomorrow night at the Pixie's Kitten. Hope I'll see you all there."
Alright.
Alright, so Dixie,
and-
what are you going to do as you see all the goblins getting up and basically heading for the door?
I'll just walk over. To be with them. I'll let them know in a minute. I'll let them know later.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, well, with that all said and done, let us go ahead and switch over the ambience, and we will go to the Imagination Goes Here screen.
Also, hi Dix! This is Gabjack!
And Gab, what? Wait,
Probably on mute. Hello, Dix.
yep, I'm not involving myself with this. This is your problem.
Excuse me? I lift up my elbow and smell my pits. I have a good stink about me. Is it something I said?
Oh, I'm gone.
Dix
walked
just
out the
gets
door.
a little
No.
stiff sometimes.
Talking to Newt. Stiff dick is something that you have to work on.
Yeah, it's okay. She has a hat for that.
Ah. I don't understand, but
brim
I'm sure in
jobs.
time I will.
She gives brim jobs to her hats, you know.
Pardon?
You know, brim jobs. I don't know
Yes?
exactly what it is, but I know it involves sex and a hat.
And her hat.
Yeah, the one she wears. His name is
Right.
Frank. She married him.
Well, this is certainly a different kind. Is she one of them goblins that are
No.
double
You have to
integrating?
understand. She was raised by humans.
Ooh, disgusting.
Right? Yeah. I think that's why she fucks hats.
Yes, that all adds up now. Certainly nothing goblins would do. Well, not at least before getting married to them. Dicks wouldn't happen to be another one of your wives, Desi, would they?
No, not at all. Not related.
She's only married to her hat.
Oh,
I don't
so
actually
they are
think she
betrothed.
likes any of us.
Well, at least she's getting along in Goblin Society enough to marry the hat, then. That makes more sense.
I don't think she likes any of us. I don't know why she's around, honestly. I think she hates us.
Honestly, I kind of agree with you, but I'm trying to give her a chance. I don't know why.
Well, to forego us having possibly a 4-hour conversation on the deep backstory of this character and your interactions, perhaps we should move along.
Yeah, probably. Sorry for my momentary disassociation.
All right. So where do you, Desi, where do you take this collective gaggle of goblins now that you have left the Rusty Dragon?
Well, I'm gonna go to Daddy Ass Blaster's house, of course.
All right.
So, just the normal places to go.
All right. So you lead 6 goblins, a giant snappy jaw, a dog, a familiar, and a newt to the cathedral. So let me go ahead and at least bring that up, bring that part up 1 second.
Opa.
Click that there, and we're gonna go to activate.
Ooh.
There we go. Alright, so that brings everybody over to Yield Sandpoint Cathedralo.
Ah, yes, the Cathedralo.
Also...
We're flying!
Yes. Hannah would also have told you that she would have headed back to the manor to kind of continue setting up her attempt at kind of transplanting a shop front into your abode. So with your in-house herbalist now separated from the group, and the rest of you having taken a bit of time to meander over to the cathedral, you eventually find that Father Abstelar is not present. He is currently, or rather, he is present. He just also is in the company of Elisari Gandithis and Broderick Quink, and they seem to be sitting in the cathedral itself, sharing a drink amongst each other from a flask and discussing some thing here or there. So as you enter into the cathedral, what do you want to do, Desi?
Well, I think there's only one thing we can do. As I parade this gaggle of upstanding members of the community into the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door, walk right in, and be like,
Yeah, hi, Daddy Ass Blaster. I'm just going to go take the holy water out of the place, and then, I'm just going to go put a bunch of salt in it. It's fine. You don't have to get up and enjoy your drinks.
The 3 old men sitting on one of the pews just watch this procession. Meanwhile, as that's happening, Newt, is there anything that you want to prioritize your time with, or are you just going to wait for Desi to get what she needs and leave with her?
Newt's gonna walk up and be like,
Did you guys talk to him?
to the 3 men.
Yeah. Ilisari is going to look at you and go, to who?
About the lighthouse thing?
Oh, yes. Broderick is willing to kind of give you an introductory tour of the site on another day to help facilitate any opportunities you might want to pursue regarding that area. And Broddert, who is sitting with them, just kind of nods. He's still a little butthurt from your previous exchange, but he just kind of lowers his glasses and says, "Yes, provided that I am taken with a modicum of respect and seriousness doing so."
Oh yeah, of course. Just can we not talk about the crazy things?
Yes. We won't talk about the crazy things.
Yeah, then we'll be fine.
Father Absalar looks at you, Newt, and looks at Desi and says, "So, are you getting a start already on the spectral infestation issue we discussed?"
Yeah.
Is that the island that we discussed, or is he
Yes.
talking about the? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Chopper's hideout.
Yeah. Yep, we are.
He nods. Well, then if there's anything else I can provide in assistance when doing that, let me know. I'd rather not draw a lot of attention, but if there's anything that I can provide before you head down there, if you are going to be making a quick start to this shrine or whatever I suppose might be lurking beneath, you may wish to prepare yourselves for whatever was down there. Chopper was Jervis, I suppose, was a very eccentric individual and could have done any number of things to his property that might not be pleasant to encounter.
Oh, by the way, this is Gabjack.
All three of the old elderly gentlemen turn to look at you. How do you respond to that, Gabjack?
I was looking around the cathedral. How rich does this cathedral look? Is it looking fancy?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of fancy elements to it. It's got some in terms of what you could probably make use for you, there's a collections kind of like box for donations to the church. There are a
Does
few...
it immediately stand out?
It's pretty prominent as soon as you had entered into the place that it was like a box meant for people to make contributions to the church, yeah.
All right. In that case, then, when I hear this, I turn back and look at them, and then look away and wave my hand. Yes, charmed, I'm sure. As I begin drooling, looking at the big offering thing. I bet there's lots of shiny things in there.
I assume you're saying that at a volume where you don't raise suspicion?
Oh no, the internet.
No,
Oh, how
internet.
The tubes got clogged.
I assume that you're you're not saying that at like a volume for the the priest to hear.
The charmed, I'm sure, yes. The beneath my breath of the... I bet there's a lot of shiny things in there.
Gotcha. Meanwhile, Dixie, is there anything you want to get up to in the cathedral, or are you just waiting for this procession to continue onwards?
I think I'm just kind of waiting. I don't really have anything to do here in the cathedral. A bunch of fucking religious cultists.
Says the witch.
True.
All right.
Yeah, but they don't follow my religion, so it's the wrong one.
So, Desi, how much of this holy water are you
A
collecting?
Christian of you.
Well, you see, Silver. I don't know if you remember, because you were a little. I took advantage of you in a very vulnerable state, where you kind of just agreed to whatever we said because you were so tired. And I made an alchemical thrower.
Mm-hmm.
Which is essentially a Luigi's Mansion style fucking blunderbuss that fires a spray of alchemical ingredients. Because we were gonna go fight ghosts.
Yeah.
So I'm putting the end of this suspiciously shot vac looking thing into the holy water, and I'm going to begin doing the suction pump. So I'm pulling all the holy water out of the basin into essentially a 3-gallon tank. And I'm just gonna sit there pumping the thing up and down, letting it go. And I'm just gonna look. It's just water that they bless. I'm sure it's fine. They can get some more.
Chat, can I get a roll in an exclamation mark D20 for something in regards to this as well? Pretty please. Just help me get a sense of something. So just an exclamation mark D20 from anybody in chat who's willing to spare it would be very helpful. An 8. All right, that's fair. With that result, I have nothing of note to report as you suck up all the blessed water that you can for the excursion into the depths, which causes Father Abstelard to initially go, what the fuck? And then he quickly pieces together that you're obviously making use of this for the purpose at hand, so he just kind of bites his tongue, despite the... You can tell he winces a little bit at how just wholly unsanctimonious this extraction process is.
Yeah, don't worry. You know, I heard that sucking is the large part of the religious the criteria here. So, this is how I sell. You know, this is, yeah.
All right, you acquire your necessary blessed waters and prepare yourself for the journey ahead. So,
perfect.
Is there anything else you wanted to do in the cathedral before you depart with everybody?
No, I'm just gonna wheel my little contraption over to Daddy Ass Buster and be like,
Yeah, can you like double bless this, please?
Epsilar gives a little chuckle and says, if it will aid in this task, then I can do my best. And he sets up a little, he doesn't do like a casual blessing thing, he just kind of says like, give me a few minutes and I'll make sure that it's a proper effort.
Oh, excellent.
So as he prepares his little bag of kind of like ritual kit element stuff to provide a proper endorsement of your efforts, is there anything anyone else wants to do in the cathedral as you're waiting? Father Abstelar is currently occupied, is what I am trying to infer. Yes.
oh my god.
Is there a contraption that lets one reach inside of this offering box?
Gabjack, give me a perception roll to see how well you can discern if there's anything that would suit your needs. So to do that on your sheet, it's different from where the proficiencies. Ah, yeah, you found it. You good. All right. Now my question to you is: do you wish to keep that roll, or do you want to goblin bullshit go it?
Well, when in Rome, bullshit it.
You have to say goblin bullshit go.
Yeah.
Goblin bullshit go.
There you go. You have a small wheel of moldy cheddar cheese that is generated as you re-roll.
Oh, delicious. I was wondering if I was going to get lunch today. I see the gods have blessed me. Thank God for the church. And this might not be the only gold thing I walk out with today.
Alright, give us that re-roll, Gabjack.
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting the 17. Alright, perception check.
No. It's just to do a reroll. Much better. So two things that really stand out to you. One is there is kind of like a movable small kind of stepladder on wheels that's used to light some of the like more hard to reach candles. that you could maneuver to put yourself where the box is to have an easier time of making light of whatever's inside without being too disruptive or obvious about it. But you also can see that there is a fairly clear pathway above it along kind of like part of the upper outcroppings of the cathedral that would allow you, with some, decent acrobatics, I would say, to make your way across some of the fixtures in order to put yourself in a prime position to lower yourself down if you happen to have any rope that could facilitate it and kind of pull a Mission Impossible. But the setup and implementation of that would require you to probably come back at a later date. Or,
Understandable.
Find a way to distract everyone long enough.
I wipe the drool away from my mouth as I suddenly snap back. Wait a second. Perhaps I shouldn't do this while the cathedral is occupied. We'll make a mental note of this. Cheese Wheel, though, you're coming with me. I have a date with you later. Ooh, and the fuzzy bit's too delicious.
All right. Yes.
I'll go back over to the this religious fellow who's doing this whatever incantation. And what is this that you're up to?
Who are you asking, him or Desi?
No, straight to daddy. Daddy.
Phrasing on that was amazing. Anyway.
That's good. Well said. Abstellar looks at you with like a raised eyebrow, and then turns back to what he's doing, and he's basically like writing out some chalk runes and citing a prayer and channeling some magical energies forth, and he's saying, as soon as he finishes the tail end of that ritual, he says, "What I am doing here is ensuring that the exterior of this device, whatever it is blessed by my capable hands in order to help ward off any evil spirits or any untoward negative energies in general."
Why, that sounds like quite a powerful incantation that you're exerting here. Desi, you must be quite wealthy in order to afford the services of such a skilled craftsman as this.
Yeah, no. I just completely eradicated the whole colony of ghouls that were in his backyard, essentially, and also defended one of his workers from basically sexual harassment by threatening to blow them all up.
Strong-arming people and getting favors from them. I love you more by the minute.
You're too kind.
I know. But maybe in time.
Huh?
Father Abstellar looks at this exchange and just kind of like gets up off of his knees where he was doing his work and brushes himself off and says, "Well, there you are. It should be more warded and protected. The liquid inside already has the blessings upon it, but the device itself should have at least some element of resistance to spectral interference as best I'm able to provide. I'm afraid I'm no Grand Cleric, but I do what I can."
That is perfectly fine, thank you. I just, if I'm going to be using this to essentially banish the undead and strip them of their corporeal rights, I want to make sure that it's quick and painless for mostly me, so I don't have to wait for a picture to be burned. Don't ask, it's a long process.
If it pleases Daddy, I would like you to know that in my travels I have met many a grand cleric here and there, and not so many have been as charitable as you, so maybe you are a servant of God above all others.
Father Abstellar cringes audibly, and then he leans forward and he says, "Thank you, but the term is father."
Is that not what I said?
Alright, we need to get going, Daddy Assbuster!
Oh, goodbye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
I start to walk away with them and then turn back around. By the way, you may want to speak to the court about changing your name from Ass Blaster. That's not very becoming of a person of your profession. And then walk away.
Just face bombs because it's in a cathedral. It like echoes.
Ass Blaster, Ass Blaster, Ass Blaster.
All right, you've received your blessed liquids and your blessings. Where do you take the parade next, Desi?
The closest place that sells goods and spices.
Well, a lot of these places sell various goods, but if you're looking for a general assortment, that would be where the Sandpoint Market comes in handy.
Yeah. Sandpoint Market.
All right. As you guys are walking along, do I want any encounters along the road? Not if we're going to get to any of the other stuff today. So I think eventually you reach the marketplace. And what are you looking for, Desi?
I am looking for a place that sells salt, pepper, various cooking seasonings.
Just must resist urge to put Greasius in a stall.
You got to put that man in there. It's hilarious, though.
That is very, very strong urge. So yeah,
You
looking
have to
around the
resist his
market.
greasy ways.
That's right. Looking around the marketplace, there's a fair bit of ample supply of these kinds of things. A few different of the stalls provide various spices, and salt and pepper are both not difficult to come by. So I guess it really depends on what volume you need of specifically what.
2 pounds of salt.
Is that it that you're looking for in the market?
Yeah, that's all. Just 2 pounds of salt.
Alright, as Desi's searching the market, by the way, do any of the rest of you want to split off and, like, deal with the stuff that you're gonna grab yourselves before eventually... Basically, like, this is the shopping in town before entering the dungeon phase. So, if any of you can think of anything you might want to split off and take care of, let me know.
I'm gonna stick close to Desi, and when they go to make their purchase, I want to step in and try to haggle.
Ah, okay. Dixie, does any detours come to mind for you at the moment, or are you good for right now?
I'm waiting
They're
for
not
the perfect
Shalelu's
moment.
bed.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Whoa, yeah. We could go to Shalelu's bed. Where's that?
No, Doug and Dixie, what were you saying?
I was saying that I don't think that there would be any place that like I would want to go. I'm just sort of waiting for the perfect time to interrupt them and ruin their day by letting them know that I, on their behalf, decided that we're going to the strip club again.
Okay. All right. Newt, any priorities for you?
Newt's just gonna kind of follow Desi. Newt's like, oh, she's getting the salt, and that's all we really needed last time. So I mean, that's good. Yeah, when Newt killed the last ghost.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I'm role-playing Merchanty McMerchant Guy, and Merchanty McMerchant Guy goes to collect the 2 pounds of salt, and God, 2 pounds of salt. What would that even fucking equate to? See, Pathfinder is one of those systems that I'm sure I can find a table that actually tells me this.
Pathfinder 2E, goods and services.
5 gold pieces for 1 lib. What does lib represent again? Is that pound?
Oh, it's between a quarter and a block.
LBS. Yeah, that's LBS, honey. That's pounds.
Yeah,
Okay, so
non-Canadians.
I understand. I understand you don't deal with pound. Like, yeah, no. Trust me. It is what it is.
All right.
Talk
that
to him
is-
in British. It's stones.
Oh my god.
Okay, so 2 pounds of salt would cost you about 10 gold pieces.
Damn, that, Well, okay.
So Gab
No.
Jack-
It's 10 pieces of gold for the fair lady. We're working very hard for this city. Don't you think that maybe she deserves it at a discounted rate? I mean, for the
Well,
good of all.
I mean, we are gonna go kill Chopper. Well, the ghost.
The merchant's ears pick up at the mention of that name, and they say, what kind of stupid, silly name can I get? Or voice can I give this? You should fucking... Nope, can't do that one.
Were you gonna do the footlong the peasant voice?
No.
You were. I could
You
feel it.
were. I heard the beginning of the footlong
I
peasant
love that you
voice.
call it the footlong peasant voice.
Wait, what?
It was just, we were doing narration for the King of the Castle game on Twitch, and I had a peasant come out that was like, "Oh, hello, I'm the inventor of the footlong." Basically, like a character who was part of a thing on the game. Anyways, long story short, it was a joke about sandwiches that also could mean dicks. So
Long story short.
yeah, the merchant perks up at the sound of that. Yeah. And he says, "You're speaking of Chopper. What, you know, I'm actually quite confused when you say that, because here I was thinking that years ago we killed him and made sure that that was not a problem. You're telling me that the ghost of some long-dead serial killer is active in Sandpoint?"
Oh, yeah, no, well, I mean, it's isolated to an island, honestly. Currently, you know that weird noises you hear at night sometimes? Yeah, that's him.
And I tell you
seem fairly
now,
troubled.
as someone as experienced and traveled as I am, that you would never want to have such ferocious creatures roaming about outside your town. It's only a matter of time before they fester within.
Hey, Desi,
Mhm.
you want to go to the strip club?
What?
Pixie's kitten?
But
Tomorrow?
what? But why?
Well, because...
Is Shillelagh gonna be there?
I don't think so. I think it's just, Emiko.
What, do you just have a general thing for elves now?
No?
I thought you had to think for, hats.
I thought it was like a specific elf.
This wasn't an opportunity to rip!
Sorry.
I
Are
am
you gonna
doing my
give the
best
elves
to
brim
not
jobs
kill you
now?
guys. I am doing my best.
Okay. Well, when is this?
Tomorrow, I said.
If we don't die, I will take you to the strip club, I guess.
Nice.
See, her human influence has led to her having quite a particular taste then. You know, you always rib with the ones that had those kinds of tastes. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. But that's them. I joke.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty much, you were pretty much spot on, honestly.
I just stare awkwardly at the new goblin. Are you speaking in goblin or in common, by the way?
Right now in common.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stare at you awkwardly.
Yeah, Dixie doesn't speak goblin.
That's
Yeah,
fine. When I first tried talking in Goblin, I got glares, so I figure the yokels here have a different dialect than me, so I just defaulted to Common.
Perfect. Good.
So the merchant, like, overhearing this like odd conversation, just kind of interrupts and says, "Well, hold on. You're telling me you're gonna go to an island, well, I assume Chopper's Island, and deal with his ghost before it becomes a problem in town?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's I'm doing it for Daddy Assmaster. This baby can hold. This baby can hold so much holy water in it, but it needs salt too.
Who is Daddy Ass Blaster?
You know, the guy that runs the church. Yeah.
You mean Father Absalor?
Daddy Assmaster.
Yeah, basically.
I need a rule from chat to see how offended this merchant is. Exclamation mark D20 chat. Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate it. All right. He looks a little perturbed at your statement and just kind of goes, well, I'm not sure I'm a fan of the name, but if this is this pointing at the 2 pounds of salt related to that activity then?
Yeah, we're actually leaving right now to go do it. So.
He looks down at Gabjack, looks a little thoughtful, and says, well, if it's in service of the town, I suppose... Gabjack, give me a... I mean, nothing about what you said is a lie, so give me a diplomacy roll, please.
We don't always have to lie around here.
And when you click on... Oh, I was about to say you can have advantage on it, so you can give me another roll. When you have advantage on anything, it's the keep higher on the thing.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but you can just go ahead and roll it straight.
Okay.
All right, cool. So the merchant just kind of thinks about it for a bit and goes, I suppose if it's for a good cause, I could just recoup the cost on it if you give me 2 gold.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Here, have 2 gold.
Thank you, dear.
Also, here, I can do this for you. And I'm gonna hand him a deck of the cantrip cards.
He looks confused and says, I'm not really one for gambling.
No. They allow you to do minor spells.
These are
Yeah.
magic cards?
My lady.
Yes, they are magic cards.
That sounds like it's of greater value than even the other 8 gold.
It is, but you know, I have these, and it's a kind gesture, and I can give a kind gesture back.
Oh.
Yes, that makes sense to me. I understand.
Gabjack having capitalist aneurysm.
Of course, yeah. Should always reward generosity with generosity.
Yeah, see, that I knew you'd understand.
Yep.
It sounds like Gabjack doesn't sounds like they're struggling with it.
I'm gonna fortitude save.
Let him cook.
Okay, yeah, I don't throw up. I nat 20'd it. Oh. Okay. Yep. This is fine. It is fine. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
I think I just maybe I breathed something in a little rough. That's all.
Oh,
We're all good. Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
My good man, though. I pull out the moldy wheel of cheese I have, and I do a little Harlem Globetrotter, spinning it on my finger. My man, you're a proprietor of spices, are you?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm going to have a wonderful dinner with this piece of cheese, but I want to spice it up a little. Tell me, do you have powdered maggot on hand? No, if not, do you have dragonfly flakes?
No, best I could give you is powdered garlic or onion extract, I suppose.
Look, I know you're not trying to offend me, but could you try a little bit harder still? In that case, how about some smoked roly-polies?
I'm afraid
Cherry wood, preferably.
I could perhaps get a smoky.
Do you have dried out scrubs, perhaps?
He looks very
Yes, dried.
confused.
I could grind it myself if you just have
Yeah,
the dried
you don't have
grubs.
to have it grounded.
Right.
Yeah.
We are resourceful.
Perhaps bark from a tree?
No, sorry. We're trying to aim a little higher, Newt. A little higher.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe, do you have any wasp nest?
Fly testicles?
Yes.
The merchant looks like he's getting a bit flustered and says, "Look, I'm not sure if this is a joke or not, but these are things that I generally don't trade in."
I see.
Oh, I see. Our culture's a joke to you.
Sorry. Look, I maybe it's just my breadth of experience is far outside yours. You've already done us quite a good service today. I wish not to impede anyone from having a wonderful day from this point forward. So why don't we just take our leave, and maybe in the future you think about getting some of those, as long as you're gonna have goblins around. Got
Don't
a nice
let
bit
them
of coin for
strong-arm
you in the
you.
future. I'm sorry.
Don't let them strong arm you. You're strong.
The merchant is just so confused at this point. He's just kind of like, look, I don't want to cause any trouble, so I'll keep an ear to the ground for more, natural, diversification, I suppose, but, it really sounds
Thank you.
It's more of the business of a specialty shop. I generally deal in what comes in and out of the, just behind you, the docks.
I just assumed that, you were a, store owner who adapted with the comings and going of the market, but I see that you will be left behind. It's okay. Have a good day, sir.
Run your shop how you want to. Don't let them. They don't run shops. They don't know how difficult it is for people like you.
Dixie, also, what do you know about having strong arms?
Thank you very much, sir. I'm very sorry that that is for the inconvenience. Enjoy your cards. Thank you.
He just confusedly stuffs them into his coat. Like very much so, just like, what the fuck am I even gonna do with these? But thanks to you for the golden nods as you go on your way. Gabjack, I'm gonna say with that critical success as well on your fortitude saving throw that it will embolden your stomach for the remainder of the day.
Okay. Well, I am going to get really nasty with this cheese wheel later. Even if I have to go raw, no grub powder this time.
I don't want to hear about that.
Say, do you guys have any toe pudding around here?
Oh, you could go to the Goblin Mansion. There's a toe pudding there.
Wonderful. At least there's some amount of good cuisine in this place.
All right, what are you guys gonna do with the remainder of the day before heading out to? It's probably. Are you guys gonna make any return to the Goblissi Manor or any of that area, or is it pretty much off to the Chopper's Island now.
Off to the ghost mines.
All right,
Yep, off to the ghost mines.
Hi ho! It's off to mine ghosts we go. All right. Well, in that case, before you guys head to Chopper's Island, last call. Does anyone have any preparation or other things that they'd like to do at all in town before you collectively head to Chopper's Island?
I guess I just want to refresh my alchemical thingies, and that's about it.
All right.
Is
Nope.
there
Oh,
is
go
there
ahead.
anyone walking about the market that looks like they may have more money than they should probably have for
Give
me
me
to have?
a perception roll to see if you can spot a good mark. Yes. It looks like there's kind of a rather foppish noble folk who doesn't look like he's a local, but is present in the area, kind of being fussy about what's on hand for the market, and seeming very disinterested in a fair bit of things, but is throwing his weight around to a degree that you would feel like nobody would really mind all that much if you put him in his place. So, outside of that, that's your best target aside from robbing one of the merchants, which I think might cause you more problems if it goes wrong than any other option.
Potentially. We'll see after nightfall if that changes my mind. But for now, I'm going to start singing a goblin song in an attempt to distract him as I walk by.
Oh.
And so on. And the like.
Very melodious, thank you.
That's wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
You have to hit those high barracks in order to get it to really shine.
A performance roll would be delightful from you, if you don't mind.
I would love to delight.
All right, it's fairly enthralling. I'm going to give him a roll to see how well this gent... He doesn't seem supremely distracted. I mean, obviously it's working to a degree of... He's noticed you, but you're a goblin, and this guy is, like, immediately like, oh, God, gross. So, he's kind of a little bit more, concerned with himself at this point, and making an active, concerted effort to avoid paying attention to you, so... It could work in your favor to a degree, but overall, it doesn't really change his, It doesn't put anything in your favor aside from your usual role of just, you know, giving me a thievery roll.
All right. Well, I'm still going for it.
All right. Give me your thievery roll and let's see how well you... Oh, I don't know. Before I roll... That was a 4 plus 12, so I'm pretty sure you could do better than that. Do you want to go?
I think that would be the best choice. Let's do it.
Alright, so we reduce the pool by 1. We give you your roll.
Every day we further astray from pizza party.
Yes, but I get to sing some more. Wait, do I have to... Can I goblin sing?
Oh yeah, you could goblin sing. Stop it! Stop this! No more nat 20s! You're cut off!
My fingers wriggle into his pockets.
Your sing-songy efforts are so obnoxious that he's literally like, it's that like when somebody is also thanks for the follow Big Daddy Swag Bunny. It's like that somebody just being really hella fucking awkward in public, and so you're just like, you're so eager to avoid acknowledging the cringe that like he's just not acknowledging your presence by intent. And people are kind of amused by it, so like some of the standby some of the nearby like merchants and stuff have definitely picked up on you kind of like rolling up on this guy, but to their appearance, you just look like you're being a weird fucking goblin to some rich jackass, which is just amusing to them. But what they don't see is that you're going to give me a d20, and I will times that by a multiplier, depending on what you get for how much you manage to lift off him. Nice. Oh boy. All right, let me give you.
You didn't have to give me the weighted dice, but just because I'm a guess. I can handle getting bad rolls. You can do that to me.
Yeah, no, I figured Foundry would at least at some point give you some unfavorable elements. So divided on that, you are going to lift about 10 platinum off of this guy.
Oh my god. There's a goblin who's sure all that glitters is gold, and he's buying the stairway to heaven. Yeah, I run over to Steve and Stevetta and grab their hands and start dancing with them. Come on, everybody! Don't you feel the magic in the air?
Oh, Cuber, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Cupid, what the fuck?
That's so close to the Goblin Pizza Party. My goodness.
Pizza
Pizza party. How many points? How many points are we away?
We are 7 points away from the Goblin Pizza Party.
I gave a tenth of a point.
It's okay. All of it is appreciated.
Hell
It is
yeah.
in
Thank you
fact
so
all
much for the
appreciated.
contribution, Cuber. That's very kind of you. Alright, so is this you leading an impromptu goblin dance party in the public square?
I am overwhelmed at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
What a glorious day! Oh, Gabjack's got a coin in his pocket and a song in his heart. And by the end of the day, he'll have many coins in his pocket and a sword in your heart.
I wanna bring up the point that Steve and Stevetta, being that they're only Stevetta's only a day old,
Yeah.
probably have never heard Goblin songs.
Yeah, they're quite amused.
This song fucking sucks.
This is a completely new experience for them.
How much did I get, by the way?
10 platinum.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Said this guy's a rich asshole.
Yo! Good job.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just singing my song and I'm happy today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that even with all your modifiers, nobody is going to see if they do a perception roll. Nobody would have been aware. Nobody could possibly be aware of Gabjack's like thievery, because even if one of you nat 20s, none of your modifiers beats that plus 12. So,
Dead.
this thieving little goblin is being is fucking knocking it out of the park right now, honestly.
Just wait till we hit combat, and then maybe the ones will show up.
Yeah, lifting random money off of people, like nat 20s all the way. As soon as you fight even just like a gust of wind, just absolute critical failures all the way down. All right, so since you have been celebrating that situation, after the party subsides and Steve and Stevetta finish their experience being swept up in the moment, being very confused because Steve is like 4 or 5 days old and Stevetta is like 2. I think before we reach Chopper's Island, I'm gonna do one last round of any last things in the city center or town center that anybody wants to take care of, or things that they want to hunt down before heading into the dungeon. So, to that effect, Desi, any last things, or are you pretty much prepared on your end?
I'm going to dump the salt into the container, and then, I'm just going to make sure to stir it, and I'm going to start humming Goblin song under my breath while I do this, because, honestly, that's probably the most pleasant Goblin thing to happen in, like, a while. Usually it's, like, having lovely time, hanging out, just with the wives at the house, Oleg somewhere. Dentist is probably upstairs doing dentist things, and then Dixie making a lot of noise and being a brat, and then there's usually like a fucking just burning wagon full of goblin bullshit that gets dumped on her door. So it's real fucking nice that Desi's like, some culture.
All right. Any considerations for you, Newt, before you head into the spooky hole?
No, she's just dancing and enjoying the goblin song.
Oh.
Because she's normally used to, a certain red goblin just being a snob about anything goblin.
Speaking of said goblin snob, anything that's priority for you, Dixie, before heading into the pits of adventure?
I'm just gonna check myself, make sure I'm not bleeding anywhere already, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that all of my spell slots are full. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Let's do this shit.
I'm gonna let go of Stevetta's hand and try to grab Dixie's to bring her into the dance.
I will slap your hand away with the power of 1,000 suns.
So basically, she's gonna roll and probably barely be able to slap your hand away.
Oh yeah, give me an athletics roll, Dixie, to see how well you slap.
All
Fuck is a -5 multiplier?
Well, you see,
So we rolled
one day.
D20s. We rolled D20s for all of my stats when we were making my character, so I rolled 6 of them, and I had to choose which stat got a 1. It was strength.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Out of character, I apologize, but in character, did you break your hand hitting me?
I don't know. I guess that's up to Silver.
Yeah, sorry.
yeah. When Honey was making her character, she rolled an amazing amount of rolls and then just one incredibly shit dice, and we thought,
Yeah.
it would just be funny if Dixie was super
My
good at
stats?
a bunch of stuff, but was just like an absolute noodle arm.
My stats are literally 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 1.
Like her, I mean, if this was a more hardcore interpretation, she would literally be like the guy, like Joker from Mass Effect with glass bones, and
Yeah.
would be easily destroyed by bludgeoning damage. But
Mr. Glass from Unbreakable.
yeah, exactly. But in this instance, it's just we use it to great comedic effect whenever she tries to do any moderate things. So Dixie will reach out to you, Gabjack, to try and slap your hand away, and it'll basically be like a slight breeze of wind. In fact, you see Dixie wince a little bit at the making the effort and being like so it doesn't really deter you, Gabjack.
Right. No, I'm grabbing your hand.
I'm trying to get you to stop!
No, we're dancing, not stopping yet.
I want to stop!
No.
No, it's
Guys,
dance
she's
time.
allergic to fun. I'm
We're
gonna grab
gonna
Newt's
build up a
hands,
tolerance.
and I'm gonna start dancing with Newt.
I tried slapping his hand and now my hand hurts.
What's Lizzie doing?
Dancing, obviously.
What is Lizzie?
Does Lizzie dance?
Well, we said that Lizzie. We decided that Lizzie acts more like a dog than a crocodile, right?
Oh, then Lizzie would be doing the
Yeah.
you know that gif of the dog that's throwing it back? It's kind of like the the Lizzie equivalent of that.
Hold on, let me go get it. Let me go get it.
As you're leading this like performance, can I get an exclamation mark D20 from chat about something that comes to mind for me, please? All right. Oh yeah, actually that would definitely be what Lizzie's doing, that link that you provided there, Effie. Okay, so the assembled crowd is the reception isn't exactly warm, but nor is it cold. It's just kind of like a mid, like, some people are like bemused and walk by, other people are like, just town's gone to shit. Or just kind of like being about their business. Really, outside of all of that, the only noteworthy element is that you just have a good time. You know, you really throw it out there. So, I guess unless anyone has any last little things they'd like to do in town, we can wrap up the Goblin Dance Party and head to the the island.
I don't got nothing.
All right. Well, in that case, as our intrepid heroes venture forth towards Chopper's Island to discern the origins of the task at hand and any further issues that may arise, we are going to go ahead and take our mid-session break. So,
Oh boy, I do love our mid-session break where we take care of biological needs, and I don't play around.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
that
well, yeah,
last bit. Oh, you don't play a round of War Thunder, I think is what you were
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
I definitely need more water. I am gab-jacking the shit out of my throat right now.
That sounds really uncomfortable.
Sounds kind of hot, honestly.
Well, it's only uncomfortable unless someone's doing it to you.
Oh, okay, got it. Understandable,
Mhm,
understandable,
yeah.
understandable.
Have a nice day.
Have a day. Oh god.
For real. She's just like me.
Oh.
No, my
Oh god.
Oh god.
No
God,
cat.
I wish that was
God,
me.
on God, for real.
No cat.
All right. But we are going to take a little 10 to 15 minute break, and when we come back, we will resume the shenanigans at hand. So, thank you all so very much for joining us so far. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate those of you wonderful folks in the chat giving a follow to our wonderful guests here today. They have been a very amusing Goblin edition thus far, so if you are willing to give them a follow on Twitch, that would be very kind. They do all kinds of amusing. I would say that you probably qualify as a variety VTuber, yes?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
do lots of stuff.
Hell yeah!
But they're giving up blue tubing, right? I saw you post that on April 1st, right?
Oh
Yes.
my god, everybody said that. We had Orky say, I'm stopping VTubing. We had a bunch of people. I had Sal tell me that they're turned to basically celibate. And I was just like, talk to her briefly. And she just like, yeah, I can't. And I was just like, oh my fucking god.
I think I held up the act for approximately 12 seconds, which I think might be a new record.
You might need to go talk to a doctor about that, but you know, I'm not the expert.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Have a day.
Yeah, let's all go have a piss. Who wants to join me?
Hell yeah!
We piss gang?
Yeah, let's go piss. Let's do it.
Gang
Piss gang,
I didn't know we were piss ganging.
Piss gang. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are going to take our little break, and when we come back, we will resume the experience that is entering a small hole in the ground, where I'm sure there's nothing weird at all. It's probably just like a wine cellar, maybe like a broken chair. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
also, we're the weird things going in the hole.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna that hole.
Oh my god!
Yes, to the piss pit, Lord Bandit.
I regret the wording that I used, but I also don't regret the wording that I used.
Have no regret.
All right, we'll see you all soon. Make sure that you check out those links there as well to see the master list of all the contributors for Goblins. And also, if you want to check out previous sessions, there is the session archive. So thank you very much for being here. We
Can I
appreciate
say one thing before we go to break?
I bet it's going to make me put my eyebrows on, but yes.
Just so everyone knows, hashtag We Are Cabal. All right, that's all.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not familiar.
Say goodbye for now, Goblins.
Goodbye for now, Goblins.
Goodbye for now, Goblins.
Goodbye for now, goblins.
Oh, we're back. Hello, everybody.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And make sure to click that little bell Lussy.
Don't miss a single upload.
Hi, everyone. We're back.
I-
Do you need to poop?
No, I'm chilling.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah.
She's emotionally constipated.
That explains an awful lot, actually.
Yeah. No, that
is
does
that supposed to
a
mean?
lot.
I'm sorry.
So, welcome back. It's good to see you all here. We are going to get into the Wingle Dingle and the Flingle Schmingle. So let's get our.
Oh man, the Winkle Dinkle and the Finkle Schmingle?
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, I
promise,
haven't been Winkle Dinkle for the whole Minkle Schniggle.
I can change that.
Oh,
I'm not objecting.
Y'all doing some winkle dingling in here?
Yeah.
And gotta, you know.
Is the schmingling before or after?
I mean, that's kind of. I think that's up to whatever
That's
he
kind
wants.
of like the flow kind of thing, you know?
Well,
Just see how the dingle falls.
this is
Yeah.
where our Twitch portion of the broadcast ends. We'll see you on another platform, everyone, as we continue on to the
Oh
other
my
half of our
God.
session. But thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate those of you who are still keeping us company throughout all of this shenaniganry at hand. Make sure you go check out the master list of contributors to Goblins there that has all the relevant links to everybody who has been involved today and in past broadcasts for this wonderful project. There is also a link there for the session archive of the YouTube videos, which is all the previous sessions of Goblins if you want to catch that shit. And then, of course, give a little bit of an express shout out here to our lovely guests.
Hell
Dixie,
yeah.
Honey on Twitch.
Yeah, Honey Only Twitch.
oh my God. Dixie, you've been replaced.
Me? Wait, me? You chose me?
Yeah.
I would like to accept the shout out on the all the people that have supported me all along. Jasmine,
Wait, was that the only one?
Wow.
she has supported me like a bra on its last strap, just barely holding on, but she's there.
Yeah. I do
Under
my
wire
best.
and all. Thank you. I'll get it back. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
We're here.
I saw the potential in you.
Heart. I can't see it. I can't do hands. I don't have a model.
Oh my God. Oh
All
my
right.
fucking
Lord.
Back to everybody. Just get the. All right, you're on an island.
I know it's an emotion.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
A 3-hour tour. Yes.
You know, sometimes that's just how it be.
Oh god, alright, so you all stand upon the edge of crossing over to Chopper's Island. Yeah?
No, sorry. I wanted to scream something so loud, but continue.
Okay. So you guys are on the edge of where Sandpoint meets the kind of like little outcropping of land that reaches out to Chopper's Island. Now the question is, before you guys cross over to the island and begin to explore it, Newt, are you going to be bringing all of your little entourage, or are you going to have any of them stay out of the way?
No, okay, Steve Etta. We're going to hunt a ghost. Do you know what a ghost is?
Steve goes, yeah. Steve Etta goes, no.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Steve Etta. Okay, Steve. It's okay if you want to sit this one out and educate Steve Etta on ghosts.
He thinks for a bit and goes, yes. Steve.
Okay.
Educate Steve Etta.
Okay, you teach Steve Etta everything you know about ghosts. And then we'll quiz when we get back.
Yeah.
Good job. Here. Take Newty. Newty we'll keep eye.
Okay. Hi, Nitty.
Oh, this was between me and Steve Etta. Sorry, but you.
Oh,
they're gonna stay.
Sorry. Understood.
All right, Steve Etta, and Nudie decide to stay behind. And...
Actually, you know what? Dixie will too.
Okay. So only Lizzie is gonna
You
come with
confuse
you?
me every time.
Lizzie and Shroomy.
All right.
You keep forgetting Shroomy.
Right. How could I forget Shroomy?
Gosh, they've been here the whole time, Silver.
Yeah. All right. So now that we've settled the entourage problem, as you travel over to the island, you can see that it's pretty overgrown. Like, large sections of this small island have been left untended for a very long time, and don't really possess much in the way of lawn care, I suppose. Gardening has gone neglected on this island for a fair number of years, and there's a clear path from the last time you all were present here that you had kind of utilized to a degree to reach what appears to be a ruined structure on the other end of the island. But as you set foot onto the island, Desi, you're the only one who has the recollection of this encounter, but you do vaguely recall the night that Boggy was nearly completely destroyed by this horrifically powerful ghost.
Oh yeah, Buggy almost got fucking laid out. The dead man got pinned to the wall. He was making those bug noises like... Yeah, I remember that.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you went there.
How horrifying.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it was a little, it was a little much, but, you know, we fixed it.
So, Desi, you have the most experience with this island, and you know the way to the structure on the other end of the island. How do you want to approach this island to start?
Ooh. Well, let's see. I think over here. You can see my pingies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, about over there. I think that's kind of where we left off. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. No, you remember, like, Desi remembers where the structure is on the island. I just want to know, are you heading directly to it, or do you have other things to prioritize on the island before doing so?
I don't think so. We're just waiting for the ghost, and that's the structure. So as long as we know where the ghost is, that technically makes us the safest. But also scoping out the island might be good too.
Weren't we looking for a cave or something?
Ah, yes, cave. Okay, you know what? I say we take it from this side, and we do a sweep towards the structure.
All right. Everybody give me perception rolls.
You said crafting roll?
No, it's a perception.
Society roll?
Wisdom roll.
All right.
He said a prescription roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I live in the U.S. I don't
Does
get
sound
that.
right.
Perspiration roll.
Dixie, as you join everyone else in kind of like going across the breadth of this island, making a go of searching over it, there's two things that you notice. For the rest of you, there's nothing super noteworthy about it. You guys spend probably, I would say, a solid hour checking every aspect of this small island until you realize that there really is nothing noteworthy aside from the ruined remains of like an old, very rotted, worn down cabin, essentially. So nothing else stands out at all completely in the whole area. Dixie, however, when you're searching the island, you find two things. One, there appears to be a nest of some kind of strange bird. You're not entirely sure, but the feathers that you find, Dixie, are they would be very useful for a kind of ritual element. So you collect about you can find maybe a good like 20 of them in this nest.
Okay.
So these feathers would make for like a focus in a ritual essentially that would help enhance certain aspects of it from your knowledge as a witch.
Nice. Should I put those in my inventory, or did you want to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
And then the only other thing is you swear you can hear somebody, like a sound that drifts from almost like below the earth, like it comes through one of the trees as you're searching, that just sounds like a distant strangled cry of someone mimicking a seagull.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Probably a seagull.
It might have been a seagull.
Yeah.
I don't.
They
Okay.
do have a distinct squawk about them.
Yeah. No. Wait. That's the noise we were hearing last time.
It wasn't
What?
there.
Yeah, there was this terrible noise that was occurring from the island, and
Oh, maybe we should respond.
Interesting.
Hold on. I'm just a birdie too.
I don't know why the fuck I asked you guys.
you know that probably you know either we're going to figure it out real fast or not.
Jack, do you want to try?
Someone just shit? What was that noise?
I was about to ask, what was that?
I have no idea.
Look, many of my
That's funny
friends
as
across the
fuck.
sea are birds. I've had to learn to talk like that. A squawk here, a bagawk there.
Was that you?
Understandable. I assume.
Wait, was that you?
Yes.
Don't shit in the middle of a mission, Mark, please. Oh my god. Very inappropriate.
Oh my! You fuck ass.
That is what I do in bed, away, well, in the tub, away from everyone else.
So you don't even have a
On my
bed. You
own
sleep in
time.
a bathtub full of hats.
Because I'm cool.
All right. So, after searching the island, it comes down to basically the only thing remaining is the overgrown shit shack of an abandoned cabin on the island, and nothing else really leads to any noteworthy access points or really any kind of it's basically just trees and shrubs and branches and shit, and that's really it. A couple of there's a fair number of birds' nests on the island as well, but they're just kind of like standard, seagull kind of nesting. So now that you've come to this ruined cabin, what would you like to do?
Your mom.
Ghost, get out of here! I don't get paid until we kill you. Get out of here. We'll kill you again, but... Oh,
Right.
whatever.
Are you yelling this at the house?
Yes.
All right. I think the
Ghost,
only thing...
as an adult, I'm knocking, but as your parent, I'm coming in anyway.
Yeah, this ruined like shithole of a building sits there quietly creaking, gently creaking in the wind of the sea, and you can smell the ocean breeze. And as you sit there waiting for a response, all you can really hear is the creak of wood as a gust of wind just kind of causes a little piece of the roof to fall and collapse. But otherwise, it is completely silent.
I think this ghost is a little bit shy.
Maybe he's a silent but deadly.
Oh god.
Understandable. So what you're trying to say is we can sniff him out?
No.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It is 1:02 a.m. MST.
Shh. It's probably about 3 p.m. in the afternoon at this point.
So we're in Australia. Understood. Well, I don't want to upset you, but in the past I've always dealt with ghosts at nighttime. Perhaps he has a favor for the darkness.
Yeah, that's probably true. But that allows us to set up, ahead of time. So that's kind of a good idea. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if we go in and investigate.
Sure. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, no, yeah, I appreciate it.
Right. So, as you search around amongst the ruins of this, shit heap of a cabin, you find the remnants of a collapsed part of the center of the cabin that still holds the after effects of the struggle of Boggy's flight from the ghost of Jervis Stute so many sessions prior. And moving the refuse and moving the wreckage away, you can see that there is a ladder that leads downwards into kind of like a deeper access point towards what looks like a tunnel that branches off from the bottom of the ladder.
Interesting. Okay.
How sturdy does this ladder look?
Well, it's made of wood, so it's pretty rotted. It looks like it might be a dangerous situation to climb down it haphazardly, so it's not a long enough fall that it would really hurt you if it broke, unless something really went wrong, but it might be useful to, anchor a rope when addressing it. It is entirely your call on that front, though, but the ladder does look like it's worn and rotted in places and could potentially break and snap.
Well, I think the last thing I would want is to be trapped down there. Perhaps I should grab something for this. I'll get the little on the side of my backpack and I guess look for a place that I can tie it up. Anchor it.
All right, sure. You easily manage to anchor that.
And I'll throw it down and let it unfurl. There we go. Nice and easy down the rope.
Ah, yeah, that's a lot better actually. Okay. Huh. Hey, Nit.
Yeah.
Can you get me some plant fibers and vines real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Would that be
Okay, thank you.
nature or survival to look for those so far?
Whichever you prefer, really.
Okay. I think they're the exact same, so.
All right. What exactly were you looking to fashion out of all of this, by the way, Desi?
Oh, just some rope.
All right. Yeah. There's enough of the fibrous growths on the island that you can get like a couple of decent strands to make like a makeshift rope, but like sorting it and tying it all together to make roping will take like probably a good hour to do fully.
Okay.
Here's the vine. What did you need this for?
Oh, thank you. I was making some rope.
Why?
Well, because I got to lower my machine down and I don't want it to
Oh,
break.
I can take care of that. Hold on.
Wait, no, not the.
He's just gonna reach into her stomach
like this.
and start pulling out inside rope.
All right. Gabjack, you watch as Newt disembowels herself.
Excuse me?
That's
Newt
what it
reaches
looks...
into her and starts pulling out her intestines and like wrapping it up like you would like if you're just putting a rope in a circle around her arm.
You fucking heard him.
Is this a goblin? Is there anything in goblin kind that explains this?
Not really.
It's
Okay.
it's a tribal school of magic.
Oh, my dear. Oh. Oh.
Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna make a fortitude save because
Right there with you, my lady.
Here you go. Here you go. Now you can lower down your machine.
Thank
I-
you. I love you. Thank you for being so helpful.
Hold on. Before you jump down, let me tie this to something. There. The
Okay.
slice of intestinal juice comes out as I tie the knot. Is this
Wow.
normal for her?
It's the inside rope.
Yes.
Yes, but most people leave it inside.
Why? It's very useful when you need rope.
Understandable, but most people stop being able to use any of their functions after bringing the inside rope out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look.
That's weird.
Yeah. Look. Nit is very talented in a lot of ways.
I'm learning every moment.
Don't worry. Everybody that's Nit that meets, my lovely wife, judges the immediate appearance and then learns quickly. Yeah, just don't ask her about the squirmy wormies.
All right. Well, I've tied it. You're good to go. He gives a shaky thumbs
Okay.
up.
Newt's gonna go to the edge
Excellent.
of the cliff to like throw the rope down, and I want
I'm
like
gonna crawl down
um,
the machine.
I want Newt to like basically hover over the cliff. Like you see her floating over it, but she doesn't notice. She throws the rope down and then like comes back over it. But you saw her like not fall for a minute.
What is that? I thought it was just a mere trick of my eyes when I first saw that.
So what?
Right. The floating thing that you're doing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes it easier to get newts if you're floating above the swamp water where the snappy jaws can't get you as easily.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Who wants to go down first?
Newt does.
All right, I will.
How about
It's
you
gonna
go down
to the edge.
so that we can untie your inside rope once you get down?
Oh, I don't need it back. It's fine.
All right, then.
Newt goes to the edge and is looking down, and you notice that as she goes to the edge this time, and she like actually falls a little bit, and as she like lowers down the rope, and like climbs down, like using the rope, not flying.
This
All
is
right.
how my days go.
So as you're doing all of this, by the way, you come to realize, Newt, that the underground entryway and further passage that has been dug out underneath this house, there is no way in hell Lizzie is fitting in it.
Lizzie, stand guard.
All right, Lizzie acknowledges your orders and becomes the guard Snappy Jaw.
I will leave Shroomy with Lizzie so I can communicate with Lizzie.
Okay. All right.
Shroomy, stay here and keep an eye on Lizzie. And if I need you, I will talk to you. You got it, Shroomy? Tell me something in return with your voice, Shroomy.
You fucker.
Yeah, Shroomy, what do you got?
Thank you, Shroomy.
God, if I make it out of this alive, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you think that now, but you're gonna come to love us. This is how it goes.
All right.
I'm right here with you.
Okay, now it is time to enter. Whoop. That thing. And then I hit this. There we go.
Smells dank down here.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of home in a very weird way.
A very earthy smell to it.
Yeah,
Gentle aroma.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Alright. As you descend into the stairwell that seems to have been carved out from an aspect of the you follow a little bit of a winding tunnel that leads to a stone stairwell that then leads to an area that looks like it's been sort of excavated over a period of time, laid out and placed with cobblestones to kind of create like a more lasting walkway. But you get the impression that this, at some point where somebody has dug and built and input God fucking damn it, honey.
I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course.
As you descend further and further into this underground space, eventually you reach an area that has well, it's got some eerily lit kind of like torches.
It's lit by ears?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Ear torches! Wonderful! I knew we were in orc territory.
No, as you move out further into this area, it is it's very dimly lit with what appears to be some kind of illumination from torchlight that has oddly been maintained. It's kind of strange to see. But as the light wraps around the corners, you can hear a very faint, almost like the sound emanates from within a well. Just a light kind of like another warbly attempt at imitating a bird poorly.
I'm remembering something. I think that's the ghost.
Oh, is
Is
it
it a-
ghost of a bird?
Yeah, is it a bird ghost?
I don't remember. I'm
Is it a
trying.
plane?
Hold on. You have to
Like,
understand, this isn't the dead of night.
Is it like a plane, full of wheat?
Thinking.
If-
One moment.
If it's not a bird, it might be a plane.
Oh, they did say it was a chopper.
Yeah. They did say it was a chopper.
I've heard of such things as ornithopters before.
Yeah. The mechanical birds.
Yes, maybe it's the ghost of a mechanical bird that squawks at the
Oh, yeah. Maybe like one made out of a metal or an alloy, like silver or.
But if it's like those fungus zombies again, and they just heard
man,
a bird
no more
once,
fungus
and they're like
zombies.
stuck repeating the bird noise.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
This is before you. There was a bunch of fungus zombies, and they made funny noises, and
You would be like, "I'm Desi," and they'd be like, "I'm Riri."
yeah, honestly, that's honestly a pretty good. That's honestly a pretty good fucking imitation.
What do you think it is, Dixie?
Well, dead in 15 seconds.
1,
We're wasting
2,
time. Let's go.
But see,
3.
we're underground.
All right. Feel free to move your tokens at will. I'll let you know.
Ooh.
Oh, like for real?
Wait,
Will?
wait,
Yeah,
which
for real, for
directions
real?
will?
Alright,
Okay.
Oh,
You fucking-
You bitch!
What
said it will.
directions will? I don't know where Will
Uh,
is. Can I make a perception check?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Where'd my character sheet go? It disappeared. You left it on the other map.
Just click on your token.
No, it's gone forever. No, I've lost
Can't believe
myself.
that Will is dead.
Wait,
Oh, Desi. Are you
Uh-huh.
gonna go down that hall?
Yeah.
Do I find Will? I got 31.
There is no sign of Will here, but you're very
I'm
sure
worried.
that Will is not present.
Stu!
What?
No. No. There is a wall there. Alright, I didn't have time to draw the walls up to make sure that you guys didn't do this, so go ahead and put yourself back in the line of where you can actually travel for me, Newt, please. Gabjack, do you want to take the lead down that hallway?
Sure. I would, especially if this torch looked a little bit shiny compared to the rest of the rock wall around it.
Are you looking out for anything else, or are you just walking forwards and being like, ooh, shiny?
Well, I do have a bit of a trap ability,
Mm-hmm.
and considering I'm already cautious of broken ladders and whatnot, unless something had distracted me, I would say I'd be looking out for anything peculiar.
Peculiar. Got it. Okay.
But it's a flowchart, you know? You look for shiny things first and then kill you things second. Sometimes the kill you things...
There's a priority.
Yes, the kill you things sometimes don't work, but you always want the shiny things. Never let that opportunity go by.
Got it. Understandable.
Alright, give me a perception roll, Gabjack.
Alright. Is there a... Okay, we'll just do that. There we go.
Okay. And your initial priority is to investigate the torch, yes?
But yes, it looked a little shiny compared to the rest of the rock wall, so immediate thought is maybe something valuable.
All right. Before I tell you what comes next, do you want to keep that roll?
I mean, I was going to, but now you make me think I should.
Just apply. He's here just to make you doubt yourself. Believe in your natural ability. You can do this. Believe.
Izzy believes in me. I'll believe in me.
He's just trying to trick you into using the points because he doesn't want to do a pizza party.
Yeah, this motherfucker doesn't want to give us our pizza party. Resist.
I'll keep the roll.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
All right, reaching out to investigate the brazier, I suppose. No, that it's more like a.
What about my brazier?
Shush. The torch mounted above looks like it's pretty weakly lit. Like the illumination in it is dimming somewhat. It is not holding as much of the same kind of internal fire. It's flickering, almost like there's something interfering with its ability to sustain the light. And as you look at it and reach forwards, it is. Are you looking to touch it or like take it off of the thing, or are you just like looking at it to see if it's actually worth any value whatsoever?
Before I do that, didn't you say nobody's been down here in a while?
Yeah, nobody's been here for a bit, yeah.
How are these still lit? Are these
I
ever burning
imagine-
torches?
I don't know, I kind of imagine that they're ghost bullshit torches.
Ah, well, ever-burning torches are quite a valuable treasure. I think it wouldn't harm anyone if we collected them for ourselves.
I mean, you know, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Imagine if the... What's the name of the town? I'm sorry.
Sandpoint.
Sandpoint.
Imagine Sandpoint is lit up in the darkness by the ever-burning torches. People would come all around to see the city who never fades.
Yeah, but I feel like we would just keep them for the Gopusi Manor.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that either. Have a little slice of luxury for yourself.
Oh yeah, no, we have that. But you know, having
Well,
some more is
I see.
never a bad idea.
Yeah, you put slices on slices of luxury. Make like a luxury weave.
Like a luxury
a luxury
sandwich,
sandwich.
Yes.
or like a luxury parfait, or onion.
Yes,
Oh,
a
that's
luxury
a big onion.
onion.
Luxury onion, yeah.
It's a little bit out of my reach. Would you be able to grab that for me?
Sure. Newt will reach up and grab it.
Alright, can you give me a reflex saving throw, Newt, please?
Everything that was about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I did not like. It was that was the you've activated my trap card.
Alright. Newt, as you reach up to the torch, there is a brief moment where a semi-translucent, or barely even actually visible hand comes through the wall, as if emerging from the wall itself, to snatch at your hand as you reach for the torch. And as you reel back, as this thing tries to grab hold of your hand, drifting away from it, you can also see a face drift forward from the wall without any eyes or a tongue in its mouth, just silently kind of moaning into the air, its horrible rictus face just drifting in and out of the wall before returning once more, and the hallway now is undisturbed once more.
That was weird.
Yes.
Here's the
little bit
torch.
disturbed.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Neat. I kind of expected the ghost to be a bit further in, but apparently it's stuck in the wall.
Well, you know, Sometimes
Damn
life
wall
just
fuckers.
sticks you. Yeah, damn motherfuckers.
Just get Newt to go in.
What are you trying to insinuate about my wife?
Into the wall. I saw her phasing through reality a minute ago. Actually, I think she can manage.
What? I don't remember this. Wife, are you phasing through walls?
I don't know. Have I ever phased through?
Oh, darn it. Stupid internet.
Oh.
Internet.
Go on.
When did I phase through a wall?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Newt's just gonna stare off confused.
So, do we break down the wall to find the ghost? This is an interesting situation.
You know, that is a pretty interesting situation. Wait, that thing is just trying to grab, right?
He did
A
seem very
ghostly hand.
crabby.
Okay. Here.
It's trying to grab.
I'm gonna yank on my I'll yank on my salt throwing, ghost busting, totally not Luigi's Mansion ghost combat device, and aim it at the torch. Yeah, just do like a little grab, not like you're going to, but just tease it a little bit.
Newt will reach for it again.
Alright. You reach forward for it, and you're gonna ready an attack, Desi?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Now the question is, what stat should we use as your modifier for an attack roll for this thing?
My crafting, clearly.
Yeah, nice try.
I would imagine Dex if it's a gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what we can call the same roll here.
You could probably do a crafting roll and then to make sure it stays functioning, and then do a Dex to hit or something.
I think you're probably working with a +10. So just use the strike for the ghost charge from your actions.
Yeah, that's basically what it does anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Goblinker.
Oh, the alchemy thrower has its own stat thing. Okay, use that going forwards. I didn't realize it. But yeah, for this one, we'll count that. So, the entity within the wall, as Newt reaches forward once more, again silently reaching out into the air, the arm comes forward and the face comes out of the wall towards Newt. But Newt is very ready for it at this point, so it's just a very quick, kind of provocation. And Desi, as you fire this stream of purified liquid towards
salty purified liquid.
Yes,
Straight from Daddy Ass Blaster himself.
Yes, as your salty pure liquid from Daddy Ass Blaster coats the walls. You can see the entity that is reaching forward begin to shudder and shake, and it basically kind of disintegrates. You hear a very light gust of wind, almost like a faint scream on the distance, as this, whatever it was, is kind of removed from, well, at least to your interpretation, removed from blocking or inhibiting you as you travel forwards.
That was easy.
But you may not
Alright.
take the torch.
Yep. Purification done. Now let's just grab all the loot and get out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go, you could grab it.
Newt will grab it and hand it to Gabjack.
As soon as it's removed from the wall and handed over towards Gabjack, the remaining elements of illumination within it fade completely.
You bitch titty gargling hippo.
Back.
That's a kick in the teeth.
As soon as it's separated from the wall, it seems to be completely...
Newt's gonna put it back on the wall and see what happens.
Hey!
As you put it back on the wall, it seems to illuminate brighter. It's returning once more to the sconce that holds it.
Gonna take it back off the wall?
And it's out.
You gonna put it back on the wall?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah. Here's
And
the
Newt's
switch.
just gonna keep doing this for a minute.
Oh,
And be like,
Light goes on, light goes off. Light goes on, light goes off.
Yes, wife. That is how it. Yeah.
I'm
That's how
gonna
it do.
call it. I'm gonna call this
If you call it
a light
Blinky,
switch.
what?
A
It'll
light
never
switch.
touch on. It's weird. What's
It's
it?
cause it's kind of like a switch instead of being a bottom or top. Cause you can do both.
Ah, I mean the thing Dixie can't do. Got it.
Yeah.
Drats. That's of no use if it only works in this wall here. Perhaps we could turn this into a tourist trap or something.
You mean like a literal trap, or like
You get people that come from all
I
around.
know how to make punji spikes.
Oh.
Yeah, honey. I don't think we need to make punjies.
You
Sticks.
said a tourist trap.
Yeah, but I don't think it literally.
No,
You
no, she might be on to
about
something.
words that mean different things. Remember?
As long as they don't have any next of kin that could come looking for them, it'd be a perfect tourist trap.
Yeah, don't you trap the tourist and then you get the loot?
Exactly. See?
Is
Who
that not what a
said you're
tourist
not
trap is?
smart?
I have very conflicting feelings about this. But
Look. We've already found one definitely magical relic here, and it's just sitting out here wide out in the open. Makes me think there must be something of value waiting inside.
I mean,
And we've already dealt with the ghost.
As
Wow.
you say that, you can hear once more a drifting, kind of like deep well howling of someone's ill-conceived attempts at emulating a bird.
And there's an ornithopter down there to
Stupid
recover still.
motherfucker.
Yeah, there's an ornithopburb. An ornithopburb.
Sound it out with me. On?
Orn
Nah?
burb.
Right.
Ornaburb.
You say fucking little shit.
Correct. Anyway. Oh, this is an interesting place.
As you walk forward into this room, you can see that there is a couple of split hallways that lead off in different directions. One of them is apparently barred with a very rusted, long, abandoned, kind of like metal grate covering that looks unlocked. It looks like it's currently unoccupied, and the doorway looks or the door itself looks like it could easily be pushed open.
Like the Kool-Aid Man?
Mm-hmm.
Are we back on this? Is it callback time?
Yeah, just like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah! Just like run over to the door and I do my best to bust it open with just by slamming into it.
All right, give me an athletics.
How injured does she
Oh
get?
wait, I'm sorry. Athletics roll.
Yeah. I need a little
Wait,
athletics.
why would I do an athletics? You said it was basically just gonna
Yeah,
right
and
down, right?
for anybody without a -5 to their strength, it would be an easy effort to push it open. All right, nice.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
effect
yeah.
of Dixie colliding with the doorway or the metal door, basically creates like a ringing gong effect as she just kind of shudders and collapses to the ground.
Ah,
I'm gonna walk up and see how hard, and just barely push on the door. Does anything happen?
Give me an athletics roll, please.
I mean, my athletics is bad, but it's not, -5 bad.
Oh my god. This door is kicking
Wow.
our ass.
It seems to
Okay.
be, even though it's open, it seems to be quite heavy, and because of the way it is rusted, it's an awkward thing to push against. So
That's a sturdy door.
Yeah, you can't seem to get it open even though it's
Get off me!
locked.
I'm gonna
I'm helping.
I want to stand over Dixie's collapsed body and just say, "Are you all right?"
No.
Do you want a hand?
No.
Oh, good. Desi, as you push forwards with this metal door of bars and whatnot, I'm gonna go ahead and get you to give me a reflex saving throw.
What? Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
What saving throw?
Reflex.
Oh, okay.
All right. As you push against the door, there is a kind of cracking sound as parts of the wall kind of collapse from this massive thing being moved. Some rocks come tumbling free from the tunnel itself and come smashing to where you are currently standing. However, you hear the cracking and shifting of the earth, and the small, collapse of the rocks above the area is only a minor, I suppose, cave-in? But, not to the degree that it blocks your progress, more so that it just creates an absolute fucking mess. And had you still been standing there, it could have been a very big concussion risk, but now you step back as the earth begins to collapse in the area, and it settles, and you're just kind of aware that, if you hadn't been a little bit more alert there, you might have taken a few blows to the head.
Ah, you said blow.
And head.
Got him.
What about Dixie?
Yes.
Dixie's
I'm just
fine.
lying on the ground.
Okay. I'll yank on your top, your jacket thing, and try to pull you away from the rubble.
Is that the thing attached to her skin?
I think.
If you're talking about,
I love that.
if you're talking to me, you can't see it because it's not on my token or anything. But I am currently wearing a
Yeah, I
goblin
watched the last
skin.
episode.
Okay.
Dixie proves to be a fairly light affair, so it's not a challenge to relocate her in any fashion.
Okay. Did someone already pull out your inside ropes? You're way lighter than I expected.
No.
Okay then.
Is that the answer you wanted? Was that good enough?
Sure.
Cool.
Don't mind her. She's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, let's make sure we rob them for everything they have. I mean, procure any treasures we might find.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a perception roll, Gabjack, for that room.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, searching amongst the room, you can see there are 3 fairly worn wooden beds that look like they were made by somebody on their own, essentially. Nothing else is completely noteworthy, aside from the fact behind one of the beds, it looks like there's a skeletal hand cuffed to one of the beds that is severed at the arm joint. So an arm and a hand still in the bindings is cuffed to one of these beds.
Oh, kinky. Someone was a naughty boy. Oh, you all might want to take a look at this. I found something quite curious in here.
Okay. Let me. Oh,
Yes.
that's
No one's getting a hand job tonight.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that's off the hand, that's the only option.
Yeah.
Well,
Would
you
they
got
only be
left
hand
behind.
jobs?
No. I meant whoever owned the hand now cannot. Because it's
Oh.
here. And
I
not
mean, I
Ah,
probably
yeah,
have
yeah,
another
yeah.
hand.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Just seems like a horrible little bedroom.
Indeed. Horrible enough to not have any treasure for me. What a
Mhm.
waste.
maybe we check one of the other rooms. I'm just gonna search one of these beds just for.
This bed is too hard.
Oh god.
Damn.
If your bed is too soft, then I've got my lap you can sit on. Oh wait, no, you're betrothed. Never mind. Sorry. No. Keep my.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
A closer investigation of these beds proves that they are just ramshackle, like, cobbled together. Oh, actually, they're not actually... The woodwork isn't bad. They're fairly sturdy, it's just they've been down here a while, and because you're so close to the ocean, this underground area is just, like, very moist. Everything down here is just very moist, so the rot has set in on these wooden beds.
I have a question.
Yes.
If we were to get, say, a critical down here, would it be a moist one?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
Makes
could
a good point.
definitely get a moist critical down here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah!
Let's go! Yeah, baby! Woo!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Alright. Dixie, are you doing anything while you're here, or you kind of...
Your mom.
I...
It's okay, you can shoot me. I am recovering from such an intense injury that I must have taken from fighting such a strong enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Are you
absolutely.
talking about the door again?
Yeah.
Alright, as you recover from the injury, where are you checking next?
I mean, this one doesn't seem like it has a door, so.
Nope, it leads into an open area where there is a lot of rotted, overgrown, a fair number of mushrooms that appear to have taken root that may have been in wooden boxes once upon a time, but have now completely grown out into filling this area.
Oh yeah.
There's also...
We found a veritable gold mine of mushrooms. Oh, this cheese is going to be so delicious with it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I mean, that's better than the preserved bugs.
Without entering the room, it definitely looks like the remains of an ad hoc kitchen that was not super... It was barely functional, and there was food down here and stuff once long ago, but now it's all rotted and turned into a lot of fungal growth, so this whole...
But it looks like there's a salad.
But you're saying that sounds like an absolutely
Look at that
fermented.
salad.
Yeah, it looks like one of these boxes of, like, growth has turned into a long-running resurgent crop of something. You might be able to enter and take a look if you're interested.
Considering the previous 2 times that something has happened when we stepped forward, this time I'm gonna specifically look for traps on my way in.
Yeah?
Yes, specifically.
Alright. Give me a perception roll. Yeah, it doesn't look like any traps. It just looks like a lot of overgrown, like, growth and such. Yeah, Desi, as you look in, no mechanisms or anything that would imply, you know, a pending trap or anything to trigger. It just looks like a lot of overgrown mushrooms and one weird, strange growth of plant life that you're not entirely sure at this distance.
I mean, looks clear.
Oh, I see. In my actions, I have to click on the trap finder thing before I make that roll to get the thing done. Gotcha. I don't think that mattered this time, but I'll do it in the future. Alright, well, in that case then, mushrooms.
Alright, so you enter the room to investigate the mushroom pile?
I do.
Okay, perfect. Give me a reflex saving throw.
No problem.
Yeah. You can hear a faint clattering coming from one of the the tables, and a rather rusty, long-abandoned butcher's knife begins to shudder and then is launched towards you as if propelled from some sort of, paranormal force. And it sinks into the wall beside you as you step out of the way of its impact.
Great goosebumps on a gorlap!
Huh? What?
That nearly killed me.
What did? Huh?
This
The
meat cleaver
knife.
Oh.
nearly cleaved me.
Him. Spritz.
I'm gonna grab the wall cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look special?
It looks like a butcher's cleaver that has been left in a soggy cave for a long time and is incredibly dulled and would not be very useful to you without significant cleaning or repairs.
Wait until I take this back to the market. A self-chopping cleaver. They'll be biting at the chops to have one.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Think how efficient it'll be. You just hang up your meat and then let the cleaver fly at it from the table.
But last time, didn't it not do the thing once you took it away?
Yeah, I'm afraid that probably won't work after we take it.
Look, when you're trying to solve people's problems, you make them believe it. It's their belief in it that matters most.
Ah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put the cleaver in my backpack.
All right. So you store the cleaver in your backpack, and you can carry that with you for another day as you wish. But otherwise, is there anything anyone wants to do in this room?
Not that I can think of.
You don't want to investigate the weird plant growth?
I'm gonna look at the weird plant growth.
Okay.
Let me roll a nature check.
All right. Give me a nature check, Newt. All right. This is...
My druid senses are tingling.
No, that's a good thing I'm not.
Just as my wallet senses are tingling.
Let me see here. One second. I had a list. Alright, so this looks to be a strange kind of leaf that is, it's generally grown in the subterranean areas, places that you've been familiar enough with, like, swamp caverns and such. Newt is, what is basically called scratch leaf. So, what scratch leaf is used as is... it can either be brewed into an interesting, stimulating tea that causes like a... when brewed correctly, it is it's kind of like a tingly sensation, but what scratch leaf is often commonly used for, aside from just letting it to live, is well, you've experienced it being put in your clothes before as sort of like a prank, and it lasts a very lasting itching effect.
Oh, Newt, can Newt gather some of it safely? And
Absolutely.
Put it into, like,
I would say that Newt would have a fair, decent skill at safely harvesting things like this. So you could probably, even if you wanted to, transplant it a little bit and take it with you in a pot.
Yeah, Newt will do that.
All right, so you transplant the scratch leaf pot plant into a nearby pot that hasn't been destroyed by the passage of time, and now you're basically carrying with you the equivalent of like an alternate version of poison ivy.
Can she like cover it and so she can stow it safely?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could take a small growth from the growth and tuck it away as kind of like a transplant, and then cover it up and put it in your effects so that it's not at risk unless you put yourself in some real shitty situation.
Right.
All right. Meanwhile, Dixie, as you're watching these three faff about in a room full of mushrooms, you can hear the distant call of bird screeches, badly imitated by somebody's mouth, but it sounds like it's closer.
Wait, I had a question. Could I figure out what type of mushrooms these were?
Yeah, I was gonna eat one.
Can I will nature tell me, or do you want a separate nature roll, or?
I think it would be pretty simple that all of them are of the same genus and a mass collection of what appears to be a fairly common cavern fungus that is a non-toxic, non-harmful, edible variant.
So okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys could eat these like crazy, or like take them with you for food.
These are edible if you want to gather them.
Oh, I was already nibbling, but I absolutely will.
We will gather some for supplies.
Edible shrooms added to inventory.
Perfect. Of the non-hallucinogenic kind. So as Gabjack and Newt harvest a fair bit of edible shrooms, Dixie, how do you want to react to the sound now a little closer and more audible in this space? Dixie?
Did you not hear that at all?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, great. This time for real. We're gonna die!
Ah!
Why are we going to die? What? Relax. Oh my god, you're so loud.
There's a thing. It's getting closer. I told you
Yeah, it's just a bird noise.
it's not a bird. Birds don't sound like that.
Yeah, I told you, it's a ghost.
Or a robot thing.
Why are
or
either?
an burb.
Right.
So then, which of those is going to make me feel better?
I don't know. How do you feel about robo-bump poppers?
Oh my god, I'm
It'll
surrounded
feel
by
positively peachy once we kill it for the second time.
How do you kill a ghost?
Well, actually, you kill it with positive energy. Salt, blessed. I have bombs for this. I've got a thing for this. I have a spell for this. Yeah, I'm pretty capable.
Wasn't that the whole reason we got Daddy's salty water?
Yeah, that is the reason why we got Daddy Assbuster's cloudy, salty water, yes.
Yeah.
So we're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We've all
Enjoy this room.
You guys have reassured me. We'll all handle it, and as soon as it appears, right? You guys are the ones with all the funny stuff that can handle them, right? So I'm gonna get right behind you, and I won't go anywhere. I'll be right there.
You have the funny electric thingy.
Yeah.
What the heck is that gonna do against a ghost?
I don't know. Not our problem. You asked what you could do, and we gave you suggestions. Actually, Dixie, you're being a little ungrateful.
Yeah, have this mushroom. Enjoy it. It's a snack.
I don't want to eat the mushroom.
Well, then just keep it. There's plenty to share.
She's grumpy. She hasn't had her nap. Or her brim job. It's really kind of interchangeable.
She really has to have her brim job or she gets it grumpy.
You know what? I completely sympathize.
What?
All right. Where do you travel to next?
Hell.
I'm gonna push back past Dixie, because Dixie's not. She's really not helping the feng shui, you know? And I just. Oh,
Yeah, she turned down the fungus way.
yeah, she really did.
I thought we were having a good time. I thought I was a fun guy.
Desi, what are you doing moving into that into that
place.
four-way hole?
Well, I figured it was an event thing, so I wanted to give you some time.
All right.
Maybe you should let me take the lead.
Well-
Yeah, okay.
I am experienced in these things after all.
All right.
Go for it.
Let him go first. He's experienced with undiscovered holes.
Precisely.
Okay.
Is this perception again?
Yep.
Okay, but this time will be different. I will clip the trap finder. And I will find all the sexy femboys. There. See? It says in parentheses to find traps.
You can see a faint ethereal shimmer on the floor.
Hold on. Wait a second. Something's not right here.
You can't really make out exactly what it is, but something seems off about the floor in the entire covering area of this intersection of caves.
Stand back, everyone. Back! Get back! Please?
Back.
Desi.
Miss Dizzy?
Sorry, I was clicking, but it wasn't working.
Alright, I'm going to reach into my inventory and I'm going to pull out that
I have an internet pickup, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out a piece of chalk
Okay.
and I'm gonna toss it into the middle of that little crossroads area.
All right. The chalk clatters into the crossroads and seems unaffected.
That usually trips them. Well, any of you capable of, tinkering with those weird magic-y kind of stuffs?
The weird magic-y kind of. Well, it's not really my
What do you
forte,
need?
but.
I think there's something weird and magic-y on the floor.
Okay. I can, Newt's gonna do, which one is it? Is it Gale Blast? No. I'll do Spout and hit the thing with some water.
Spout. Let me just double check that real quick.
Make the cave more moist. We're going into an undiscovered hole. We might as well make it wet.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah. That's workable. So as you cast your spout of water to emanate from below, chat, can I get an exclamation mark D20 real quick, pretty please? Before anything else moves forward at this present moment.
Should have told me one of your wives was a squirter.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me too.
It's always a surprise the first time.
As the liquid rushes forth into this narrow passageway,
I don't think any of the things that we're talking about.
Sorry. You can see the water kind of disrupts and interrupts whatever kind of shimmering form is on the floor there. It's almost like as the water rises, it looks like a few spectral hands come into full view and then fade as they are submerged in the watery spout that erupts forward.
I'm not the only one who saw that, right?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna save ourselves a lot of trouble, and I'm just gonna spray the general area just lightly.
That hole has a lot of fists in it.
God damn it!
I guess the hand job is back on.
Damn it! I hate everything. Everything is awful.
Desi, you used Daddy's murky liquid to make this a more.
Oh my god! I regret
palatable.
Everything. Can I just say I'm sorry? Oh god! Fucking hell.
Yes, you managed to the combination of the magical eruption of water and your judicious application of your anti-ghost liquid definitely causes whatever was there to be disrupted and removed entirely. The remnants of whatever shimmering was on the ground has now completely faded and dissipated. And as a result as well, the wall torch begins to dim a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm beginning to think that there's always one of these elements around the torches.
So what you're saying is the torches are haunted?
Perhaps. Maybe the next time we do something funny, we just take the torches away and maybe they can't do anything.
Maybe the torches are the imprisoned spirits of those he killed.
That's a nice story. I'll make sure to write that down.
Yeah, you can have that one for free.
The souls trapped by the robotic chicken at the bottom of the well.
I'm pretty sure it's a ghost, but yeah.
Look, I'm making it appeal to a wider audience. You gotta workshop these.
That's understandable.
The way forwards appears to be, at least for the most part, unobstructed. So, where is your next step? Where does the journey take you?
Well, I'm going to put this Taki in my mouth and then,
Damn, I didn't know they had Takis in Galarian.
Desi invented them.
Damn it, my brain cell.
It's my brain cell.
They aren't sharing anymore.
Now we're fighting.
Smarter, I would say to follow the left wall, but I'm not that smart.
I'm gonna do a little
Desi,
peek.
you're the smartest one I know. What do you think we should do?
Room looks clear to me.
Yeah, seems like a completely not an issue at all. Space, to be honest, like you could easily walk forwards and have no problems whatsoever.
All right then, let's take a peek in here.
So, you take Desi's perception and it's relayed, and you decide to walk right in past Desi, Gabjack?
She's smart, she's beautiful, she's got her head on her shoulders, of course.
Alright, give me a reflex saving throw, please.
Let me take my trap finder thing off. I don't know if that affects it, but...
It does not in this instance.
Okay.
Alright. You're like, oh yeah, great job, Desi. Seems completely legit, and as you stride forward, completely confident into the room, you barely manage to stop yourself from stepping onto parts of the floor that I guess all it was going to take was a little bit of pressure after a long time of this place not having been very stable. The floor collapses.
Oh! Am I like standing on a little piece that's still stable or something?
No, you
Or
step
did I jump back?
Yeah, you
Okay.
jump back, and a fair chunk of this floor begins to crumble downwards into a kind of like moderate pit of refuse and earth. But yeah, it looks like this was kind of like a very dry level of some kind of surface that was over perhaps some kind of further underground space. And as this loud, cacophonous collapse kind of echoes throughout these halls, you can hear a much more exacerbated call of someone poorly imitating a bird drifting up from the well behind you. And as you stand there and kind of look at each other, you can hear it getting louder and a little bit more fervor as it begins to rise up through this well. So what are you guys gonna do?
I don't think it like that.
I think they dug too deep.
Drums in the deep.
They chucked too deep. Understandable.
And can I see
Also,
anything?
sorry about that.
No, it's
Can you see what?
who could have possibly foreseen that happening?
I was like checking for traps. I didn't, Sorry.
Can I see anything down the hole, or is it just darkness?
Looking from the minor illumination, it looks like anyone who would have fallen, or who would have stepped on this space, would have fallen maybe about 40 feet, and then otherwise just end up in a hole.
Okay. Well, at the very least, it doesn't look like there's any treasure down there, so no problem. Though this fucking noise is getting on my nerves. I think we should go this way.
All right, Gabjack, you step into the narrow approach towards this this well, I suppose. Desi, what do you do? The noise is getting louder and more frequent of the calls and cries. And it is definitely echoing up from this well directly in front of you.
I think my internet poopy.
Oh no. Well, what about you?
My token just moved. Okay.
Magic.
I'm sorry. I heard you talking and there was this pause and I was like, I'm gonna go check the well. I'm gonna get closer. Does it sound like anything? Nothing.
As you get closer to the well, as all of you crowd around this approach to the well, you can hear the echoes of like bad bird cry coming up from it.
Desi, hose the well!
Hose the well.
Yes.
Hose the well.
Fill that hole with your salty water.
Use the salty water. Use Daddy Ass Blaster's salty water in the hole.
Oh my fucking god.
Absolutely cream that hole with it.
This is really awkward, but sure. I'm going to, Sure, we'll just,
Alright, describe to me how you're approaching this.
I'm taking the sprayer and I'm spraying down in a circle. I'm making it rain.
Missionary.
what?
From the regular standpoint of a religious figure trying to douse things with baptismal waters. Missionary.
Oh,
Yeah, this checks out.
Okay.
All right. As you lean, are you like blind firing, or are you leaning into the well to get like a better sense?
Oh, I'm leaning.
I'm gonna. You know what?
Desi's on that lean.
Are you gonna keep? Oh, okay. What? Tell me what you're doing.
Newt, grab my tail.
Okay. Wait, I can just hold on. I have a better idea.
No, stop. Just no.
It's gonna pull out inside rope, tie it around Desi.
Now let me help you with that knot.
One fully formed talkie spills from my mouth.
And then I'll tie the rope onto a a big boulder or something. And then I'll hold it.
There isn't anywhere really to tie the rope aside from the wall sconce, like torch. Otherwise, you'll just have to be the anchor.
I tie it around the well.
Kinda, yeah.
That I guess, or the torch, whichever looks more sturdy.
Guess your call.
Maybe if we all held on to it together.
Yeah, I'll tie it around. I'll tie it around the well, and then I'll hold it.
All right. As you're busy tying the rope to Desi, and tying it around the well, Desi, do you wait until it is fully secured before you lean forwards?
Why would I wait for the OSHA-approved method when I could just dangerously dangle myself over a well with no safety harness? Yes, I'm waiting.
Perfect. As that's happening, Gabjack, what are you doing?
I'm going to light a torch and drop it down, and watch.
And Dixie, what are you doing?
I'm going in. I'm kidding, that's a joke.
Yeet!
Everyone's like, let's take this real careful, like, and I'm like, alright, woo!
Leroy Dixie!
At least I got chicken.
I mean, you keep asking me what I'm doing, but, like, legitimately, my character is so fucking passive. Like, especially in situations like this where shit's actually fucky.
That's fair.
Where, like, I really badly want to say something that is super fun, but at the same time I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Do I send a bolt of electricity down? Because that's like all I've got.
I get it. Dixie's kind of reactionary in these situations, which is fine.
Whoopsie.
Maybe the well wants a rim job.
Alright, so Newt is securing it. Gabjack, what were you doing again? You were throwing a torch down?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my flint and steel, and after my eyes dilate from seeing glorious fire, and light my torch, I'm just gonna like drop it in and stare and watch as it falls down the hole.
Alright, cool. Well, by the time you get that lit and ready is also about the time Desi is secure and ready to inside rope lean over the edge, so it's a simultaneous affair. Dixie, are you looking over the rim to see what happens as well, or are you just gonna...
Oh yeah, no, I'm watching.
Yes, get your face in this rim.
Newt, are you also looking down the well?
No, Newt is holding the rope in case, something, to make sure nothing happens to Dixie.
I'll have you know that the part of the body
Dixie,
that's the rim is not your mouth. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Alright.
This is very strange.
Well, I'll give you two things to say about what happens next. The first is you throw the torch and it falls a ways. Like, it's a decent drop. Like, it is easily 150 feet down in this, like, shaft. However, it's a little more distracting to see what is the thing that catches your attention before you really assess that full depth, because as you drop it, you can see the light illuminating a translucent figure rapidly rising upwards from the center of the well, and you can see the familiar face of Jervis Stute angrily dashing upwards towards you from the depths.
Not familiar to me.
Untie me!
But
Wait, you want to be released down the well? Nothing's coming right towards us.
No. Door's stuck! Let me go! Door's stuck!
Newt will start trying to pull Desi up.
Very important question. Was there a satisfying sound when the torch hit the bottom?
There was, but I think that if you're definitely keeping an ear out for it, even though the development is rather shocking, then yes, you can.
It's like that half just the moment I hear the sound echo back up from the well, there's always that just, carnal joy of hearing drop thing make noise.
And you do hear the drop thing make noise because you can see 150 feet down the very faint light of the light that you have dropped down there. But the more pressing matter of the currently onrushing, angry, pissed off fucking ghost, who is now wildly screeching and making very unpleasant noises, as they rush up out of the well and towards all of you, I think that is where we will call tonight's session.
So, no head then?
But not the cliffhanger.
We're ending short tonight?
Yeah, I'm fucking, I can barely stay awake.
Aww.
Read the group chat, you nerd. Gosh. Be social.
No head then?
No
my
head?
Discord says the last thing was be right back, piss gang. Oh shit, oh, never mind. Okay, head up there. Wow, I did lose internet, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the piss gang was important enough.
Yeah, the piss gang was vital.
I would love to go to our usual end time in about 50 minutes or so, but I'm barely able to hold on to consciousness right now, so it would be a disservice to begin a combat encounter with me in such a sleepy bitch state.
You got sleepy bitch disease.
Sleepy bitch baby.
But that means Eody will be back next session then, right?
Correct.
Yes, good.
Excellent.
As long as you all are fine with that.
Absolutely, you're a delight.
Oh, and you're a tease.
Yes. By definition, yes, but...
Thinks you're alright.
But, Effie,
Come on,
would you go ahead and find us a raid target while I do the usual closeouts?
Yeah. Maybe this time Tia will actually be doing streaming. How dare they not stream all the time for our goblin shenanigans?
Right? Jeez, God.
Anyways, I know, what the fuck?
Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. If you would, please give some love to Eody here. She is a very talented, lovely variety streamer, VTuber, who I think you would enjoy her content very much. She is a shapeshifter who is capable of assuming many roles, so as was illustrated with Gabjack here today. So thank you, Eody, for being here, and we look forward to the follow-up session next weekend, where we will also be joined by Luna Laimunglo. So it'll be amusing to figure out how I interject her character into all of this chaos as well. But
oh, thank you.
Of course, it is a pleasure to have you. And a reminder to you wonderful folks out there, please whip your schmingles and crack your Pringles. There's the link there. Go to the link. Go to that. See that link? Click on the master list. See all those follows? You should follow all of them. And if you would like to watch our previous sessions, there is the session archive presented there for your convenience at the link. So you can totally watch all of our previous broadcasts at that location. But before we do our raid out, we always have our kind of check-in and goodbye kind of thing at the end of every session. So, and again, thank you to all those supporters who subscribed and donated and contributed bits. And
thank you.
all of you lovely folks and the people who dropped follows on Effie as well. It was very kind of you. But, summarily, thank you all so much for your continued support. We appreciate you, and every little bit helps to continue our project forwards. But with that said, Eody, how did you enjoy your guesting?
Oh, I had a wonderful time. I'm practically gushing with joy. Also, I've never made so much money in such a short amount of time. Thank you for the weighted dice. Very appreciated, Crystal.
You're welcome. You kind of did it to yourself, you know? It was just pure success all the way down.
Well, I did it a little bit to myself, but I also did it a little to you. I did it a little with Desi. Getting money, that is. Getting money.
Still, wait a minute. Oh God! I've been robbed!
You started the session with 1 gold. Now you have like 121 gold equivalency.
I sucked a lot out of it. Kinetic. That's not the only thing I can suck at. Oh, adult show. Twitch. We're on Twitch. Twitch is the channel we're on.
That's not a channel. That's a fucking website, you idiot. I'm sorry.
Wow!
Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? I'll stand still. You break your hand on me.
Don't.
Wait, what?
She likes to be a ratty bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously she
Stronger
meant
than you would ever imagine.
she meant the venom from that poison bite, Kinetic. So very,
Yeah.
very civically minded goblin over here.
Yeah, medicine is very important.
It's a very important medical procedure. But Yodi, thank you very much for joining us here. I look forward to more of the shenanigans with you on Sunday and further collaboration efforts in general.
Thank you very much for having me. I did have a wonderful time.
Aww.
Dixie, honey,
Hi. Oh, what? What do you
my
want?
homegirl,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm alive, barely. We making it through. We chilling. I don't know what it is about Gabo's night, but, like, I feel like one of us, like, contractually has to be in some amount of pain for Gabo's to happen.
It is.
Otherwise, it's not really Gabo's.
That's right. Somebody has to be the.
But we
pain
push through,
sacrifice.
and we keep staying here, and we hang out, and we chill, and we try to participate, and it's always a wonderful time. I just hope that I am more coherent next time, because it seems like Yodi's character, like, I was basically standing back and witnessing most of this episode, and Yodi's character was just an absolute blast.
No.
I was laughing a shit ton. I was fucking muted, but shut the fuck up, Kinetic. I'll kill you anyway.
Oh wow, you didn't like unmute and say a comment and then be like, oh shit, I'm muted?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I say
Yeah,
that.
are you okay?
You really are sick. Oh my God.
Yeah, damn.
Damn.
I do that somewhat frequently. That's okay though.
Damn.
I really wanted to walk over. I don't know the name of the character, but he sounds like Sean Connery, and I wanted to ask him.
No,
for Red
sorry.
Eye.
Yeah.
You wanted
that
to
would
ask
be-
him what?
How the hunt for Red October is going.
Yeah,
But
I tried to
couldn't
do
make it
like
work.
not exactly Sean Connery, but it's like it's a pit you just can't escape from when doing it. Like
No, like I said, when I first started doing the Gabjack voice, I thought it was going to sound way too much like Mark Hamill Joker, and I couldn't break away from that.
you know,
Maybe
But Mark Hamill Joker good though.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the same thing where it's like basically Sean Connery, but it works. I love that voice. Can you do it for me? Can you do me that voice?
you want some more of
The Sean Connery voice.
But to rate us out, do the Sean Connery voice of that character, getting us
Alright.
out of here.
All right, I will, but after we finish all the check-in. But thank you, honey.
Oh yeah. My bad. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you, honey, for being here as always.
I always
I-
love to be here.
I appreciate your interactions, especially with Shalelu.
Oh, whoopsie. I don't know what happened there.
The way you play that up every time just makes me laugh so fucking hard. So thank you for those efforts.
Yeah.
Jasmine, did you enjoy your session today?
Yeah, I always have fun being Newt. Newt just has a way of being dumb and causing funny shenanigans / moments that I don't think characters know how to react to.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, turning my card into a Wiggum card. That doesn't make any sense.
The wild magic flows within Newt. It infects everything it touches in amusing ways.
I mean, it's 100% true.
Very enjoyable. But thank you as always, Jazz, for being here.
I've heard of rearranging your insides, but this is crazy. Wah, wah.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. And then last but not least, of course, Effie, how did you enjoy your session today?
I loved my session. I had so much shit go wrong today that it was a little crazy, but you know, generally speaking, I very much enjoyed it. I had a headset break. I had to go and do some progressive maintenance to it to get it to work again. I had some shit that made me late before. It was a whole mess. I had to reboot, and my internet's been kind of shitty, so it's been a ride, but I love it. I love it. I love Gobos. It was really nice to meet you, Aodi, because like Jazzy keeps telling me how wonderful you are, and I get to see like why, because it was pretty fucking fun. And
thank you.
you know, I the only thing I'm really sorry about is that Silver doesn't sleep well, because I would have liked to go longer.
That's fine. I know
But you
that
know,
this group has lots of sleep issues.
yeah, that's true.
I'm not immune to it either.
But poor Silver's got sleepy bitch disease. So we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys same goblin time, same goblin channel next week for more We Amz Goblinz to see the exciting conclusion of the delving within the depths of the hole. But upon request, I shall lead us
Oh,
out.
hold on. I got one thing I'd like to say. Did you know that Silver is making his own dice system and has a Patreon that you could go and support him monthly with burgers and good content and a variety of other things that he works on? Did you know that the bird stands for Bodacious Iridescent Rainbow Dicks? And, you know, we all... well, some of us are into that. But, you know, you should get it. You could use it as a door stopper. You could use it as lawn darts. You know, whatever you're going to do. Just sign up for birds. It's a D20 system that is wonderful and amazing and doesn't have the claws of Wizard of the Coast in it. So, yeah, that's it. I'll shut up now.
Yes, you can join the Patreon. It is a free system. The only post on there right now is literally the version 1.0 of the rule set. It is a baseline system that is meant to be adaptable for other role plays, so you can take stuff from them and kind of interpret it into a simpler approach. It's something that I built off of a lot of test data from a 2-year campaign that I ran over like 60 players on broadcast. So it was a lot of fun putting it together, and our 1.1 version should be out at the end of this month. That has all the updated art resources and refinements to design elements, so that should make it a lot more digestible and enjoyable. But otherwise it is a baseline, so it's just like it's kind of bare bones in terms of what you can use from it, aside from the mechanics and interpretation of how to have a simpler experience along with the character sheets themselves. Eventually there will be a supplement for other kind of like settings, like, you know, fantasy, sci-fi, etc., that add more to that core system, but the core rule set itself is meant to be simple and easily accessible. So yeah, if you guys want to jump in on that, you're welcome to. It is completely free, and if you like it, or just like the shit I do around the internet, consider subscribing to the Patreon. It would be very much so appreciated. But with all that said and done, now it is time for us to raid out. So, Effie, why don't you line up that raid? And in the meantime, is there anything else anyone would like to say?
Yes, Daddy.
Fat cocks, big cum. Thank you.
Oh my god. You know, it's really my fault because, you know, I ended up calling him Daddy Ass Blaster, and it really just came back to bite me in the ass.
Yeah, I know how you feel about mommy and daddy.
No, it was funny because I was doing it because Ash was like, ugh, and I just did it because it was my funny haha, but now I have to suffer it. It's
Yeah.
not fair.
Your upcomings. All right. Any last
Comments.
things, or shall we?
No, that's about it.
All right, perfect. Well then, you all enjoyed keeping Chia company, and we're going to say goodnight. So say
Good night.
goblins.
Yeah, good
Good
night.
night, Goblins.
Good night, goblins.
Sleep well. Sleep well.